top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dog, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
Phillies broadcaster Jake Starr, excited to be joined by Phillies relief pitcher and former Fightin Phillies relief pitcher Orion Kirkering. Orion, first of all, really appreciate the time. How's everything going?
Very good. Can't complain one bit being here at all with you.
So, last time we did one of these, I think, was in Binghamton, New York, 10 months ago, AA Stadium, and now we're sitting here, Citizens Bank Park. It's been a whirlwind of a 10 months for you. Just for you, have you had a chance to step back and kind of appreciate or even like understand what's happened the last 10 months?
I think so, yeah, now for sure. Just kind of understanding like how much each step was like a working process to get here, especially being AA, being for a majority of where I was at for a majority of like minor league career. So just kind of understand that a little bit more each way and then enjoying every moment of being up here for sure.
I know when we talked this past off season for the winter tour interview, I asked you about just, when did it kind of set in that I did this? I just went 5 levels in 1 year. Like, when was that point where it was like, wow, like, that was really cool?
I think last time I said it was like Christmas time kind of, or like about like spring training when we first talked, was like kind of really starting to settle in a little bit. And then now, after a little bit now, just kind of seeing everything, like being out here, just playing every day, seeing the guys that like you used to grow up like watching play, like Ramirez, for example, since we're out here playing Cleveland, Manny Machado with the Padres. So it's just kind of still in awe at first, but I think now after the postseason last year, kind of getting like the little kid feeling out of the way, I think now it's just kind of, this is the work, and then I just got to keep putting the effort out there every single time.
And you got the spring training, and unfortunately had a little bit of a setback. Once you kind of pushed through that and rehab, recovered a little bit, what challenges that kind of present to you, that little setback and just trying to being a little bit behind when the season started?
Yeah, it was just kind of a little mental block for me, just because that was really not so much injury-wise, but that was like the first kind of like sitting out for a while, like ever in my career, and just kind of like sitting back watching, do a little slow restart of it a little bit, so just kind of get used to that with it. But I think it was a good mental like side of it, just to kind of overcome a little bit, even though it was for a month, if that. But I think it was just still kind of relaxing, kind of understanding how long this season is and how much they want you to be the best of the best, not just come back and be not like you're not doing well, but like you're not at your 100% playing every single day, but just kind of be out there and have fun.
And they always say every level, it gets a little challenging. Hitters are better. When you got to the big league level, spending most of the back half last year in AA, what was the biggest adjustment you had to make facing big league hitters compared to AA or AAA guys?
I think just less mistakes, honestly. I think everyone, I don't say all the hitters are all the same, but everyone's got a weakness, everyone's got their strength, everyone's got whatever. I just think like the success scale, for at least for or like failure scale, however you want to look at it, just gets smaller and smaller. Like the window just gets smaller and smaller of how you guys start out versus like you might be able to throw a fastball low and away. They might take it in low A to triple A maybe, but here they're slapping it to the left field or something or right field and it's getting a base hit, or they can flick their wrist now out here because how strong they are and they've been playing this game for so long. They can flick a home run. Like I know Albies has done it a couple times to us this year, so it's just you don't really see that at those different levels unless it's like a high prospect, but you never see really a whole bunch of those kids just because there's so many talented kids at each different level for some reason.
And you're at the point now where it's almost August. There's been teams and situations, especially in the division, that have seen you more than once now. And of course, last year or early this year, it's new for the other guys. Now, second, third time around facing the same guys, what adjustments do you have to make to then kind of counter the adjustments that they make to you?
Just to make sure I keep consistency, because I think up at this level especially that there's legit full teams of like researchers or like just guys who are watch the cameras and stuff like that. Like we have a bunch of them. We have anywhere from 5 to I think 10 almost. I feel like they're just watching the cameras, making sure we're tipping or someone else is tipping, and then just finding those little extra cues where it was like in double and triple A you might have 3 or 4 at most maybe, or even just like 1 or 2 guys just trying to keep up and try to help you a little bit. So it's just, I think that aspect of the game and just trying to keep consistency is the best key to be here and try to be successful. Like how you said, the third, fourth time, or even playoffs when you're facing, I don't know, the same team now again. We're playing every team now, so everyone's seen you. It's not like they haven't seen you like from years past where it's like, oh, the NL's playing the NL. They probably haven't seen each other all year, so it's like all new that way with it.
You got up last year and were immediately thrown into the quote-unquote fire. I mean, you're pitching in playoff games with 3 big league appearances under your belt. You know, given there's a good chance the Phillies get back to the postseason this year, just mentally and physically, like, do you feel more prepared for that opportunity this year, maybe compared to last year because of that experience?
100%, yeah. I think it was just kind of, I wouldn't say it was like a sink or swim kind of moment, but it was kind of like, I guess the best analogy I've told someone was kind of like when you have your little toddler and you kind of like throw them in the pool and see what happens. And like, you're always going to be there to kind of protect them, make sure they actually don't drown, but it's just like, see what happens, see if they can understand like the, I won't say the human nature, but like just like the, as a person or like as like a mammal or whatever, see what their natural nature is going to do. So I think that's what happened last year, and now it's like you kind of prepare and just kind of like, all right, what's going to do this? Or it's like another analogy I said, it was just like when you're in high school and you go take your SAT or ACT for the first time without studying, just so you know like where your standard things at, or like what you think you're at, and then you go actually study, you do all the extra work, and now you're able to prepare for what's come, and like you know what's there, like what you have to do.
And like what mental or physical things maybe with the playoffs that you didn't know last year that you know this year, like I can do a different routine or I can approach the game differently that maybe you didn't know what to do last year?
100%. I think routine, like I think I had it down last year for like what helped me get through obviously the 5 different levels and being up here during the postseason. But I think now it's just a lot more learning, a lot more sitting back and watching like what guys have done who've been here for 10 plus years, like Harper and all of them, and just kind of see, I know their hitters and pitchers are a little different, but it's like you see guys that have their routine every single day. Like not every day is the same, but they know what they need to do. They understand what their body needs for that certain day, whether it's they're feeling 100% that day or they need like not like so much need an off day, but today is like one of their down days where they feel like they need to do this a little bit more than the other. So I think it's just trying to understand like what's best for that and trying to figure that out as soon as we can.
And of course they always say to get to the big leagues you need immense talent. To stay in the big leagues it's a lot of mental grit and a mental fortitude. Just for you on the mental side of things, have you worked on anything differently than maybe you did at USF or when you were in, you know, the minor league system that's kind of helping you have the success that you've had this year?
I think for sure ask a lot more questions. Not like I didn't ask questions at school, like through their minor systems, but kind of ask like how have guys like gone through the struggles, how have guys gone through their success, and try to ride that wave as long as they can. Just because you kind of know it's like everyone knows like the behind the scenes where it's like, okay, guys will struggle at certain points, some guys will do succeed, some guys are shorter stints with their like when they're not doing as well. So it's like, why are those guys so good at having those bad stints and other guys aren't as good as those bad stints? So it's just kind of talking about like how each guy's a little different, because I think what I've learned is like you can take something from someone, no matter how simple it is. It could be like I'm not sure, like, you say something about, like, oh, I did this to help me prepare for a driving test or whatever, and it's like that one little extra tip kind of helped you get to where you want and kind of see what people think. So I think that's what helped me the most.
Now, one of your teammates here in Philly, who was a teammate with you maybe 3 weeks in Reading last year, Tyler Phillips, and I feel like Tyler and you epitomize that there's no linear path to the big leagues in baseball, right? Like, you're up in a year, Tyler 9 years, surgery, DFA, different organizations. Just for someone who is in the bullpen, you get to watch him and you've gotten to kind of be with him a little bit and learn from him. What's it been like watching his journey, and what's both of your guys' relationship like as guys who came through the system?
It's been awesome. I mean, at first, like, when we got in, it's just kind of me and new faces. So me and Tyler didn't really, not to say we didn't click, but we weren't like in that group just because guys have been in the system. It'd be like guys who play in AA all year, they're obviously friendly to all the guys, like, meet back up in AA or like when we in spring training. It's like it's kind of hard to get used to guys who just got drafted last year and be friendly. Not saying we can't be, but it's like that hard find that click kind of. So it took a while, I think, till last year because I know he's in rehab, so it was hard to, like, we talked a little bit, but not as much now. So I know we definitely got a lot closer. But hearing his story and knowing, like, he's basically a hometown kid and just seeing, like, his path through everything, it just kind of excites me a little bit more. I feel like his story is more cooler than mine, just because I think I know mine was, like, however people want to say, like, crazy and all that, just because it's been one full service year and then in the minors and get up to the big leagues. But I think his was more of like that, I don't want to say old school grind, but like he did everything he did from high school, being I won't say late round draft pick, but like a later draft pick, still elected to go, grinded through his whole young life of not having like that college opportunity and just having fun, but he like bet on himself almost. So I think that's what kind of fueled my fire for him, was just kind of seeing like that, how much he cared about this game and wanted to get in. And he took, like I said, 9-10 years and never quit on it. So I think that's what kind of strives for me, is like never quit, even though someone might say you're not good or might say you're this, but just kind of keep pushing, like acknowledge what they're saying, but keep pushing and proving them wrong.
Last baseball one, then a couple of fun ones. Whether when you got up here last year or this year, any guys you lean on? Maybe was it Rojas? You spent a little bit of time at Reading. Is it more guys in the bullpen that you lean on just for advice here and there?
Guys in the bullpen for sure. I think it's just Rose helped me a little bit with like the rookie kind of standards a little bit and like how things are run between like just doing little stuff for the older guys, just kind of like little knickknacks like on the bus and stuff like that. But it's just, or in the plane, but definitely the older guys in the bullpen, just because a lot of them been here for at least 4 years plus. Between Marte's been up and down a lot, but he's got service time. Strom's been here for 8 years. Hoffy's been in the big leagues up and down since he was with Colorado in 16. Allie's done the same thing. Soto's got time. Sir, when he was here, so we had 6 guys that had like meaningful time in the big leagues who've done that role for a while. So I think trying to understand like what they've done for so long, what they figure out from their older guys ahead of them. So I think that's what's been super helpful.
Now, back to your time in Reading, did you have a favorite restaurant or favorite place to get lunch or favorite pregame meal when you were in baseball town?
Oh, I never really got to go out as much as I wanted to, but was it Mike's Subs?
Mike's Sandwich Shop?
Sandwich Shops. Every pregame, it was always the best, so I can't complain about those.
Have you seen the new facilities?
I have seen the new facilities. I'm pretty jealous of everyone who's there right now. I was like, damn, I went too fast, but it's all good, though. I always enjoy it. I always say, like, if I ever get hurt again for whatever reason, I hope to see all of them there and enjoy it together.
And, back to Reading, did you see your bobblehead?
Yeah, I did. They actually sent me 24 of them, so I got to figure out who needs one, who wants one, and then divvy them up, and then maybe I'll do some little giveaway between a charity I do back at home.
I know I got one up in the broadcast booth in Reading for sure. And then last one, what's your walkout song and why?
I changed it now, but it was Arise. I forget. I think it was with The Siege at first, and now it's like Fiend by Travis Scott. So it just kind of changed the motto and just kind of like changed the feeling of it. Just kind of, I don't know, everyone gets in their little slump, so it's just kind of feeling it out, say like, all right, it's a fresh start kind of. So that's what I went with right now.
That's Orion Kirkering. Appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
very good evening and welcome to America's Classic Ballpark. It is Game 4 of a 6-game series between the Reading Fightin Phils and the Hartford Yard Goats. My name is Jake Starr, joined alongside as always by my broadcast partner Bob McCool. And the national anthem has concluded, and let's take a look at the starting lineup tonight for the Hartford Yard Goats. Braden Ward leads off. He will play center field. Braxton Fulford bats second, does the catching. Yankiel Fernandez is third, plays right. Warming Bernabo is fourth. He'll be at third base. Zach Kokoska fifth to the H. Vladimir Restituyo sixth in left field. Kyle Datris bats seventh. He'll play first. AJ Lewis is eighth at second base, and Nick Kent bats ninth and plays shortstop. Again for the Yard Goats, Ward, Fulford, Fernandez, Bernabo, Kokoska, Restituyo, Datris, Lewis, Kent. On the mound for the Fightin Phils, going for win number 12, it's Robinson Pena.
Robinson Pena is 25 years of age and playing in his first season in the Philadelphia Phillies organization after playing with the Angels. And with a regular spot in the rotation, he has shined in 2024, making his 18th start. As Jake said, he's got 11 wins now with just 4 losses. ERA's at 4.11 and 87 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 93 hits, but it's the strikeout to walk ratio that just jump off the page at you. 98 strikeouts to just 12 walks surrendered.
Set to defense behind Robinson Pena. Caleb Ricketts completes the battery as his catcher. Leandro Pineda's at first. Eric Britos at second. Robert Moore plays short. Kendall Simmons at third. Marcus Lee Sang in right. Cade Ferguson center. Ethan Wilson in left. Right to left in the outfield, Lee Sang, Fergus Wilson. In the infield, right to left, Pineda, Brito, Moore, Simmons, Ricketts, and Pena are the pitcher-catcher battery. So it'll be Braden Ward to lead things off. He'll play center field. He'll bat from the left side against Robinson Pena, who's coming off arguably one of the best outings of his season. The reigning Eastern League Pitcher of the Week toes the first base side and fires the first pitch, and it's swung on, hit in the air, out towards right. Not deep, Lee Sang pretty much stays put, couple of steps towards his left, makes the catch. That's out number 1. First pitch fired home today at 7:02 p.m. 84 degrees and sunny is our temperature at first pitch, presented by All Temp Enterprises. So it'll be Braxton Fulford who will dig in from the right side. Got to think he's taking a pitch here after Braden Ward swung at and flew out on the first pitch. Pena will fire, and he does take. It's inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Actually, you're going to say it hit him. Caleb Ricketts is going to argue, and here comes
I don't think anybody thought that hit him.
No, it looked like he jumped out of the way of it. It went past his midsection. It really didn't look like it was all that close to hitting him.
I feel like Zdenek Zedek just turned, he just turned his back on Pedrique. And Al kind of gave his last thoughts and heads back in the dugout. So, nonetheless, we're 2 pitches into this game, and we have a fly out and a hit by pitch. What will the third pitch give us? It'll come to Yankiel Fernandez, as he'll settle in from the left side. Pena only pitches out of the stretch, so really no difference with the runner on versus bases empty. The pitch, it's over for a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, I will tell you that if my memory is correct, that is hit by pitch number 7 in this series between these 2 teams combined.
Getting the lead off first is Fulford. Pena deals, misses outside, 1-1. Back-to-back curveballs from Pena. He'll throw that curveball along with a fastball that sits in the low to mid-90s, a slider and a splitter. Ball and a strike to count to Fernandez. Fires home, and it's swung on and fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pena fastball, slider, change, and a splitter. Fastball in the range of 91 to 95. It's considered a plus pitch. Not going to overpower anybody, but obviously has the movement that makes it a good pitch.
So ball and 2 strikes to Yankiel Fernandez. Pena fires. That is just off the outer edge of the plate to the lefty. It's 2-2. Fernandez, a .281 hitter on the season. Does have 10 home runs. He's driven in 46. He's a 21-year-old from Cuba. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. On number 2 of the inning, that is strikeout number 99 of the season for Robinson Pena. Can become the first Phillies pitcher to get to 100 here on the 2024 season. Next batter is Warming Bernabal.
Pena was able to get Fernandez to chase after a backdoor slider. Just got him to reach out. Tried to get him to reach out on the pitch before Fernandez laid off, but unable to do it a second time.
First pitch to Bernabal is a bit down for a ball. It's 1-0. So 2 outs here in the inning. As Pena, the righty, works against the righty Bernabal, the pitch. That's over for a ball. Just missed inside, 2-0. Next pitch, gets the knees for a called strike. It's 2-1. Bernabal hits a .265. 7 home runs, 54 runs driven in this season. 2-1. Swung on a miss. It's 2-2. Nasty slider from Pena. That was pitch number 11 of the inning. He's looking to get out of it at 12. Volfer leads off first. 2 outs in the top of the first. Open stance on the right side for a warming Bernabal. Pena set at the belt and fires home. Swinging a tapper, just foul behind the plate. It'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Heavy mix to that slider for Pena so far through the first 4 batters, as opposed to what he was trying to do with Fernandez. The back door, try to get him to chase around the outside portion of the plate with the right-handed hitter, trying to get him to break in over the plate.
2-2, 2 outs. Pena fires. Swung on, hit in the air, out towards left center. Well, ranging over is Ethan Wilson, gets to the spot and makes the catch, and that'll retire the side in the top of the first. No runs for the Goats, no hits. There were no errors, and 1 man is left on base. We played half an inning from FirstEnergy Stadium. Our score, Hartford 0. Redding's coming to bat.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. Bottom half of the first inning, Hartford 0, and here is how Reading lines up. Today's Phillies starting lineup is presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Marcus Lee-Sang leads off in right field. Robert Morbat second, the shortstop. Caleb Ricketts third is the catcher. Carson Taylor fourth to DH. Leandro Pineda fifth. He'll play first. Kendall Simmons is sixth at third. Ethan Wilson seventh, plays left. Eric Brito is eighth at second. Kate Fergus, that's ninth for Reading, and plays center. Lee-Sang, Moore, Ricketts, Taylor, Pineda, Simmons, Wilson, Brito, Fergus. It's Jared Candy on the mound tonight for the Yard Goats. We'll get his numbers for you here in a moment as Candy fires the first, and Lee-Sang takes it 0-1.
Candy is 24. He'll be 25 in a couple of weeks. Native of Tampa, Florida. Drafted by the Rockies in the 17th round in 2021.
Next pitch, and Lee-Sang will foul it off. It's 0-2.
His 20th start of the season, he is 6-6 with a 4.35 earned run average, 93 innings pitched, giving up 85 hits, 84 strikeouts, and 40 walks.
Lee-Sang swings at the next offering. He fouls it off. It stays 0-2.
And a little bit of statistical irony that both Candy and Pena have both surrendered 13 home runs so far on the season.
Here's the 0-2. Lee-Sang swings, hits it in the air well, out towards right field. Make that 14 home runs on the year, Bob. Marcus Lee-Sang puts an exclamation point on the start of this game. 1-0 Fightin Phillies on a shot to right.
Yanquiel Fernandez not only didn't go back to the fence, he did not even turn his head. He stayed and kept staring into center field. That ball almost cleared the back wall, not the front wall, the back wall. That came very close to finding its way to center avenue. That was crushed.
376 feet off the bat of Marcus Lee Sang. So here's Robert Moore. The first pitch to him is over for a called strike. It's 0-1.
The good news, I think that's the first time the Phils scored first in the series. In fact, I know it's the first time they scored first in the series.
Here's the 0-1 to Robert Moore's second batter in the lineup. Robert Moore, it's 0-2. So it's the first leadoff home run of the season for Reading. It's the first by the Fightin Phils since 11 months ago to the day, September 2nd, 2023, and Moore swings, cues it in the air, foul territory left side. Burnable is there, makes the catch. That's out number 1. The last star Phil to hit a leadoff home run was Marcus Lee Sang here, September 2nd of last year against New Hampshire.
Well, it was somewhat Schwarber-esque, not only leading off, but leading it off, crushing it to right field.
So it's Ricketts digs in from the left side. Candy fires to him, and that is down at the knees for a ball. It's 1-0. Derek Candy, it's the third time he's seen Reading this year. Made the ninth, 2 runs, 5 hits across 5 innings and a no decision. The 1-0. Ricketts takes the letters for a strike, 1-1. Drew in the first, suffered the loss, but was still solid. 2 earned runs, 3 hits across 5 1/3. Works quickly. Here's the 1-1. And Ricketts swings and crushes it, but it's well foul towards the Diamond Credit Union Plaza down the right field line. 353 on that one.
That was a cutter, and Ricketts all over it, maybe just a little bit too much all over it. He's out in front of it.
1-2 from Candy. And Ricketts swings and pops it up in the infield right side. Lewis, the second baseman, is caught off by Kent, the shortstop. Kent makes the catch on the second base side of the bag. And there's 2 outs in the inning for Carson Taylor.
Ricketts frustrated with himself as he heads towards first. He just chased one out of the strike zone. Up a little bit too high, and he went up and after it. Generally, when you can do that, if you're going to catch up to it, you're going to lift it.
So here's Carson Taylor, digs in from the left side. 2 outs in the bottom of the first, running on top 1-0. First offering, I'll take it a bit up for a ball. It's 1-0. Candy had a very strong outing his last time out. July the 28th against Harrisburg, 7 shutout innings, 6 hits and a strikeout. 1-0, and Taylor will take it down. It's 2-0. Taylor, 287 hitter, is the team leader in home runs hit at 14. Also has the most RBI on the team at 63. And Candy rocks and fires. Taylor takes another off-speed offering, this time for a strike. It's 2-1. Taylor, first year in the Phillies organization. Previously with the Dodgers, with a minor league Rule 5 pick. 2-1. I'll take it again, outside and high, 3-1. Second year in a row that Reading has been the beneficiary of a hit-on Rule 5 pick. Last year it was Oliver Dunn. This year it's Carson Taylor. Here's the 3-1. Taylor takes it down, ball 4. So Carson Taylor is aboard again with a base on balls, which is his team leading 46th walk of the season.
He had 2 very similar at-bats that last night. He not only got a hit last night, but also got a couple of walks and very patient at-bats. When you're a guy having a season like Carson Taylor, you don't. Sometimes that patience can go away because you want to swing the bat. But he's been patient and maybe even a little bit more patient the last couple of weeks.
Andrew Pineda will take the first offering from Candy in. It's 1-0. Pineda left-hand to bat, digs in. 3 home runs already in his short stint with Reading so far, including 1 in last night's ball game. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses 1-1. Fastball tucked up and into the lefty. Pineda homered in what was a 3-home run second inning last night. Matches the season high for homers in an inning. Next offering is a bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Pineda. Carson Taylor leads off at first. 2 gone in the bottom of the first. 2-1 the count to Pineda. The pitch. takes it down and in, 3-1. So back-to-back counts that have reached 3 balls for Jared Candy. That was pitch number 21 of the inning from the righty. So Reading has done a good job putting pitches on Candy early on. Here's the 3-1, and Pineda swings and skies it in the air in the infield, left side. Third baseman Bernabol is there, into the infield grass, makes the catch, and that will retire the side in the first. But Reading does get a run on the Marcus Lee-Sang home run. That was their lone hit. There were no errors, and one man is left on base. And we're through a full frame here from Baseball Town. On to the second. Reading 1, Hartford 0.
The Seidel Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic life and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you might even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in the home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $34 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. International Fireworks is the official fireworks sponsor of the Phillies. Visit their store at 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville. So we're on to the top of the second, 1-0 our score. Reading's on top. 5-6-7 due up here for the Yard Goat. Zach Kokoska will lead things off for the Yard Goats here, working against Robinson Pena, who's out for inning number 2 of work. Faced 1 above the minimum. Only base runner really came on a questionable hit by pitch call. So Kokoska digs in from the right side. Pena will kick and deal. And it's over for a called strike. It's 0-1. Robinson Pena at 99 strikeouts on the season. He's 1 away from becoming the 6th active pitcher in the Eastern League with 100 or more strikeouts this year. The 0-1, taking a bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pena is the reigning Eastern League pitcher of the week. 7 shutout innings at New Hampshire last week. Allowed just 2 base runners. Both were on hits. The 1-1, bit high and outside, 2-1. The 2nd Eastern League Pitcher of the Week honors for Robinson Pena this year. Also won it on June the 10th after a 7-inning complete game shutout against Harrisburg. 2-1 is swung on a broken bat, flare towards short. Moore waits back on it, plays it on a hop, fires a strike across. It won't be in time, so that'll be an infield hit for Zach Kokoska, the first hit of the night for the Yard Goats, and that brings Vladimir Restituyo to the plate.
Very much of a tweener deal for Robert Moore. He didn't know whether to come in, charge it, whether he was going to be able to catch it in the air. And ultimately decided to settle back on it, and it just was hit so slow, broken bat. And Kokoska runs much better. It's deceptively quick.
First pitch to Restituyo, gets a bunt down. Pena can't field it. Simmons charges, and it's off his bare hand. So that'll be a bunt single for the Yard Goats. So it's back-to-back base hits for them on 2 balls that neither left the infield and both averaged probably about 40 miles per hour off the bat.
An outstanding drop bunt, though, by Restituyo. You don't normally see right-handed hitters that frequently drag bunt it, but that's what he did. He dropped it down, and Pena was the only one who had a shot at it. Simmons was too deep to be able to have any chance at it. Pena would have needed to be able to backhand it and flip, and I don't even know if he would have been able to get enough on the throw to get Restituyo. It's just a very well-placed bunt by Restituyo.
So here's Kyle Datris from the right side. First offering is swung on and popped up towards shallow right. Towards the line goes Marcus Lee-Sang. The right footer is there. He'll make the catch. Kokoska will tag. Lee-Sang's throw to third is a bit offline, and it's off the glove of Simmons. So up to second will go Restituyo. So that'll probably have to be an error because Restituyo went to second, unless they say it was just on the throw.
Yeah, I think it'll just be on the throw. I don't think, if theoretically, even if the throw is on the money, he still should be moving up to second base. So I think it'll be just moving on the throw. And if that throw was on line, I think they had a shot at getting Kokoska.
It looked like it would have beat him.
Yeah.
So 1 out for A.J. Lewis. The infield will, at least the middle will stay back. The corners play up with men on second and third and 1 out in the top of the second. Pena fires home, and the pitch is swung on and grounded softly towards short. More charges. It will score a run. The throw to first is in time. So that is out number 2. So 6-3, RBI ground out for Lewis. Kokoska scores. Restituyo moves on to third. And there's 2 outs in a 1-1 game now. Nick Kent, the 9-hole batter, is up to the plate from the right side.
So still not a hard hit ball in this inning, and the Goats have something to show for it. But that's one of the things that Reading has not done in this series. They haven't strung together hits and put together innings.
First pitch to Nick Kent, breaking pitch. It's over for a called strike. It's 0-1.
Played the long ball. They've hit home runs, and obviously last night they had 3 solo home runs in the second inning alone, and a solo home run tonight as well.
0-1 to Kent. 227 hitter on the season. Pitch to him. Tried to check his swing, and he went around, so it's no balls and 2 strikes. Kent will step out and ask for time. Nick Kent is a 223 hitter with 2 outs this year. He's 257 with bases loaded with a home run and 26 RBI. Excuse me, runners in scoring position, that is. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that's a bit down for a ball. It's 1-2. Pena went to an off-speed pitch. So a couple of singles in the inning, back-to-back outs, but they were productive. They got to run home. That's where we stand, a 1-1 ball game here in the top of the second. Pena set, fires home. Hit outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pena up to 24 pitches tonight, so still very efficient so far in this ball game. Hopier home, comes set, first base side of the rubber. Hopier at Restituyo at third and fire. And the pitch is swung on, and it's hit out towards left. Not too deep. Wilson goes back to the edge of the track and makes the catch. And that will retire the side in the second. Yard Goats do get a run. They did it on 2 hits. No errors in the frame. And actually, it looks like there will be an error in the frame. They did give the error on that throw from Lee Sang. And it is an error on Lee Sang, so that was his 5th of the year. And 1 man is left on base. So, right on in the second, tied up at 1 on the Fightin' Phillies Radio Network. Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Bottom half of the second inning is brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living, not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, PA, just outside of Lebanon. So 1-1 ball game in this bottom of the second inning after the Yard Goats got one in the top of the frame. Jared Candy leads things off. Simmons leads off. And Candy will wind and deal the first pitch, and Simmons will swing a miss. It's 0-1. Simmons the righty, a 257 hitter on the season. And here's the 1. He will take it for a called strike. It's no balls and 2 strikes quickly to Kendall Simmons. Candy rocks and deals. And Simmons tried to check. They'll peel to first, and Chad Patterson will say he went around. So first strikeout of the night for Jared Candy comes on a 3-pitch strikeout to Kendall Simmons. And with 1 out of the inning, that'll bring Ethan Wilson to the plate.
Left fielder number 51, Ethan Wilson.
So Wilson digs in. Candy will fire home quickly, and Wilson will take it down. 1 ball and no strikes. Wilson, good night last night, 2 for 3 and a run scored. Also doubled and homered in Thursday night's game. The next pitch, and Wilson swings, drives it in the air, right center field. Fernandez goes back, and it'll hit off the facing of the wall and roll away from Fernandez. Wilson heads to second. That's where he'll put the brakes on. And it is another double for Ethan Wilson, number 11 of the season, second one of the week. And the Fightin' Phillies have a man in scoring position with 1 out.
For almost the entirety of 2023, with the addition of the Redbirds Event Center, we kept thinking that we would see some unusual and funky bounces off that wall, and we didn't. But this year we've seen a lot more, and that one as well. It hit off the base of the fence. Ward thought he was there, and it just shot right past him. And for just a moment, I think Ethan Wilson thought about maybe headed to third base, but ultimately decided to play it safe and be at second base.
So here is Eric Brito. The first pitch is taken up for a ball. It's 1-0. Brito 1 RBI so far in his time in Double-A. Joined the contingent of Crawford, Pineda's new bats to this running lineup recently. He'll swing at the 1-0 and foul it straight back. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kind of funny watching fans put their hands out and then decide, maybe I'll just let it go. Let it hit the seat.
So 1-1 the count. 1 out of the inning. Simmons even stands from the right side. Candy checks, fires, and Simmons swings again and fouls it straight back again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Long look in for Candy. Wilson leads off second. Lewis, the second baseman, shades that way. And now Brito will call time. Brito, signed by the Phillies as a free agent in 2018. He's a 22-year-old from Venezuela. And the next pitch is swung on, ground ball short, backhanded by Kent. He will go the long way to first in time. Wilson was running on the play, so he gets up to third. So there's 2 outs in the inning with Wilson on third.
Yeah, a little bit
of bring Cade Fergus up.
A little bit of a gamble by Ethan Wilson. Generally, the rule is if the ball's hit in front of you, then you stay put. If it's hit behind you, as in on the on the right side of the diamond, then you can take off. But as Jake said, Ethan Wilson's got a great jump on it, really read it well, and Kent ultimately made the right call to go to first.
First pitch to Cade Fergus, takes it down. 1 ball and no strikes to Cade Fergus. 2 outs in the inning. Ethan Wilson leads off a third. Cade Fergus yet to have a hit in his running time with the runner in scoring position. Great time to change that. 1-0, takes it down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Fergus, who joined Reading in early June, did miss some time on the injured list with a lower body injury. Stands in the right-handed batter's box, slightly open with bright yellow cleats. 2-0 to him. Right down the chute for a called strike. It's 2-1. Couple of home runs, 4 RBI this season for Cade Fergus. 2-1 from Candy. Fergus waves and whiffs at it. It's 2-2. Fergus was a 13th round selection in the 2022 draft by the Phillies. Played his college baseball at George Washington University down in D.C. Now Fergus, the former Colonial, will step out and get time. 2 outs in the bottom of the second, 1-1's our score. Ethan Wilson, the lone base runner, leads off third. He had a double, moved the third on a ground ball. Kate Fergus is looking to bring him home. Candy comes ready at the belt, fires. Fergus swings and misses, down on strike, second strikeout of the night. And second of the inning for Jared Candy to retire the side. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Fightin' Phils. We will head to the third, still tied up at 1. Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
We go to the top of the third. We want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2024 season here in Baseball Town. Go Fightin' Phils and drink more Pepsi. So it's a 1-1 ball game as the top of the lineup for Hartford digs in. Braden Ward will get things started for the Yard Goats as Robinson Pena comes out for inning number 3 of work. Just 1 run surrendered by Pena so far, but the 2 hits that he gave up, neither left the infield last inning. All softly hit. And first pitch to Ward is swung on and hit foul towards the dugout on the left side. It's 0-1. So Braden Ward is now swung at the first pitch in both at-bats he's had tonight. Not very prototypical of a leadoff hitter, but nevertheless, the next pitch is swung on and hit foul again. It's 0-2. But Braden Ward's strategy is simple. I'm going up there and I'm swinging this bat.
Yeah, this guy doesn't walk anybody, so why stand here and wait for one?
Just 12 walks this season to 99 strikeouts for Robinson Pena. The best strikeout-to-walk ratio across the entire Eastern League. Second in that category, his teammate Lachlan Wells. The 0-2 is swung on and poked towards shallow center, and it'll drop in front of Fergus for a base hit. So it's an 0-2 single from Braden Ward on a pitch that was out of the strike zone, but like I said, his mission was simple.
Yep.
I'm going up there swinging, and it pays off, and that'll bring Braxton Fulford to the plate.
Kind of the philosophy, not to obviously compare their success rate, but the way batters used to approach going up against Greg Maddux. He's not going to walk you, so you might as well get up there swinging. He's always going to be around the plate.
Here's the first pitch to Fulford, swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Very nice off-speed pitch from Robinson Pena. 0-1 the count. Leading off first is Ward. He's got 19 stolen bases this year across 23 attempts. Next pitch is swung on, ground ball third. Simmons fields it chest high, throws a second for 1. Relay from Brito to first is in time, and that's a 5-4-3 double play for the Fightin' Phils. 2 outs in the inning for Yanquiel Fernandez.
Well, both of these 2 teams have had some shaky moments of defense so far in the first 4 games of the series, and they both have had quite a number of double plays turned as well, and that one is tailor-made as tailor-made could be. Big Sunday hop for Kendall Simmons, and Brito with a strong gun on the relay from second base.
So Fernandez digs in with 2 outs. Reading's off a night where they turned 3 double plays last night. First pitch home is inside for a ball. It's 1-0 to Fernandez. Reading's been turning double plays at a much higher clip. They were last in the league for a good bit, but a nice run over the last couple of weeks has them tied for 9th with 62 now double plays turned. The 1-0 is swung on and fouled off the netting. Behind home plate, it's 1-1. That was as tailor-made as it gets.
Absolutely.
Hard hit, chest tie hop for Simmons. Strong feed to second, then Brito a quick relay to first. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. It's swung on and it's lined down the left field line. It's fair, and it'll roll towards the corner into the Yard Goats bullpen. Wilson digs it up from the left field corner. Stopping at second is Fernandez, so it is a double for him with 2 outs, double number 16 of the season. And the Yard Goats have a man in scoring position with 2 outs for warming Bernable.
Very nice job there by Fernandez going the other way. Haven't seen a whole lot of that from him so far in this series, but he got chalked on the third base line with a long run for Ethan Wilson to go dig it out of the corner.
So Bernable will dig in from the right side. He's a .385 hitter this year with runners in scoring position. 50 of his 54 RBI have come with men on second and or third. So a dangerous hitter in this spot. We'll see if Pena can get him.
Ooh.
And he won't have a chance to because he hits him. So yes, it appears that he hit him, unless they're saying it's a foul ball.
Really?
Actually, yeah, they're saying it's a foul ball.
So the first one that was a hit batter we didn't think hit him. And that one I thought hit him right on the back, either in the back of the elbow or the back of his arm. But obviously hit the bat. Must have hit the knob of the bat.
I mean, no argument. Zdenek Zedek, the crew chief, made the call right away from the plate. So 0-1 the count to Bernable. And here's the pitch. It's swung on, ground ball right back to the mound. Pena steps up a couple of steps to field it, fires on the first. It's in time. And that'll end the top half of the 3rd inning. So no runs in the frame for the Yard Goats. They did have a pair of hits. No errors for the Fightin' Phils, and another man is left on base. So we played 2.5 here from FirstEnergy Stadium. We'll go to the home half of the 3rd, all tied up at 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Pelleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Pelleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Pelleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Bottom half of the 3rd inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. So it'll be the top of the order to up for the Fightin' Phils in a 1-1 ball game in this bottom half of the 3rd inning. Marcus Lee Sang will lead things off. Also a very interesting situation between innings.
Yeah.
Robinson Pena returned to the dugout, and then Zdenek Zedek, the home plate umpire, came and grabbed him, walked him all the way back out to the mound. Didn't touch him or check his glove or anything.
No, it wasn't.
And then let him walk back to the dugout. I also saw first base umpire Chad Patterson handed a piece of paper. That may have just been Pineda dropping a scouting report card. But that was interesting. Anyway, Here's Marcus Lee Sang. Jarrett Candy back out. First pitch is a called strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, the area that they looked, I thought perhaps it had something to do with the rosin bag, but the area they looked at was essentially the landing spot for the pitcher.
Here's the 0-1, and that is in for a ball 1-1. Unless Pena had said something, so with Candy back out there, I wonder if they brought him back out and they all just looked at the landing spot and decided if they had to get attended to. 1-1, Lee Sang swings and fouls it back 1-2. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, they didn't bring anybody from the grounds crew out there. It was just odd to bring Pena back out to the mound as if he was being punished for something.
1-2. And Lee Sang swings and grounds it softly foul to the right side. So 0-2 strikes to Lee Sang. He's responsible for the only our Phils run tonight. Led off the bottom of the 1st with a solo home run to right. And here is the 1-2. He swings and he pops it up third base side. Bernabeu drifts towards the left field line, and he will make the catch in fair territory. That's out number 1 for Robert Moore. Back to that Lee Sang home run. Our good friend working out at the Renders Event Center, Greg Comian, told us that Marcus's home run nailed the fence at the lower landing of the event center.
Yeah, I know it cleared Greg because he's right at the railing and the stairs that go up upstairs.
Moore takes the first pitch for a strike at 0-1.
And it cleared him, but I didn't think it got to Center Avenue. I thought I saw it bounce off that fence in the back.
0-1. Moore swings, hits it in the air out towards center pretty well. It'll stay in the ballpark for Ward, who makes the catch in center. That's out number 2. And that'll bring Caleb Ricketts, the catcher, to the plate.
Yeah, but wasn't the distance on that home run like 375?
I mean, yeah, but we've kind of learned not to trust them.
I know. That's a healthy putt. It's well more than 375. It has to be close to. That's got to be a 400-foot home run.
So here's Ricketts, 0 for 1 tonight. Popped out the second, back in the first. First pitch. Been inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Put a radar pin on Greg and see exactly how far
Can we get?
Because it cleared
No, we
him.
need. We need a rangefinder.
Yeah, exactly.
1-0 is down for a ball. 2-0.
And so we put the pin right on Greg, we would know exactly about how far that.
And Greg's job is going to be any ball hit the right field. He's going to go to where it is.
Yes,
He's going to hold it up.
Correct.
Then we're going to use the rangefinder and we're going to clock how far it is.
We'll measure it ourselves.
Here's the 2-0. Ricketts swings, hits it in the air out towards right. Greg, it's coming for you. 2-1, Fightin Phils. Off the bottom of the brick wall behind the event center, 384 feet. Caleb Ricketts, 7th home run of the season, and the Fightin Phils are back on top.
Well, we mentioned at the beginning of the game that both pitchers had given up their fair share of home runs. Candy had given up 13, make it 14, and now 15, and neither one of them were cheapies. Now the issue for the Phils is they need to start getting some men on base before these home runs.
So 2nd home run of the night for Reading. Both have been solo blasts. 106 off the bat from Caleb Ricketts. Here's Carson Taylor with 2 outs. Candy will rock and deal the first pitch, and Taylor swings. It's fouled back off the netting. It's 0-1.
You got to go back to Carson Taylor's home run in Game 1 of this series when the Phils started their comeback after falling behind 4-0.
It was a hit by pitch that got the runner on.
Correct, and it was Ricketts that got hit, and then Taylor followed with a 2-run home run.
0-1, and Taylor will take it down. 1 ball and 1 strike. Carson Taylor worked a walk in his first plate appearance back in the first. Ultimately, he was stranded. The 1-1. That spit out 2 balls, 1 strike. I think as this season has progressed, Carson Taylor's just control of the strike zone has gotten so impressive.
Yeah, I mentioned it the first time up. He's had some really good patient at-bats.
2-1 again, another borderline one he takes, and it's a ball, 3-1.
And again, because he's having such a good year, sometimes it can lend you to be some impatient because you want to do more because you are swinging a good bat.
3-1, and he takes an inside ball 4. So 2nd time Carson Taylor has walked tonight. Only 2 walks that have come from Jared Candy, and that'll bring Leandro Pineda to the plate.
So you got to think that maybe the yard coach are looking at it like, well, let's not let Carson Taylor beat us. And if he chases something and gets himself out, then so be it. But if not, let's see if somebody else in the lineup can beat them.
That's walk number 47 for Taylor. Puts him in a tie for 3rd in the Eastern League in walks. And Pineda swings and he lines it down the right field line fair all the way towards the corner. Taylor heads to 3rd, gets the stop sign from Al Padrique as Fernandez got the throw in quickly. So it's a 2-out double for Pineda, his 3rd at the Double-A level. And that'll bring Kendall Simmons to the plate with 2 outs and a chance to strike for a few more runs.
Well, I'll give Fernandez a little bit of credit because he hasn't really hustled after balls down the line a whole lot in this series, but he did get over there. And if that's anybody other than a Carson Taylor, he's probably scoring from first base on that, and maybe it's just the fact that Pineda hit it so hard that there just wasn't as much time. But Al Padrique looked down there for a long time waiting for Taylor to decide whether or not he wanted to send him or not, and obviously he made the right decision.
So it's Kendall Simmons. He's the .238 hitter with runners in scoring position this year. 2:43 with 2 outs, and he'll dig in from the right side. Pineda's off second, Taylor on third. 2 gone, bottom 3. Reading leads 2-1. Jared Candy's at 51 pitches. Comes set, fires. And Simmons swings and misses it 0-1. Out in front of a slider at 83 from Candy. Simmons 0 for 1 in tonight's ball game. He struck out swinging to lead off the second. 0-1. And he tried to hold up, and they're going to appeal and say he went. Chad Patterson does.
Kendall Simmons has seen 5 pitches. They've all been strikes. And he has not looked comfortable at all against Candy.
Here's Greg Pomian again. The boys got me stepping and fetching. Giving him a workout out there in right field. Here's the 0-2. That one gets away from the catcher, Fulfer, but unfortunately for him, bounces literally right to him. You see he was shot straight up in the air and then straight back down. So Taylor stays put at third. And Pineda, of course, stays set at second.
It's been a whole new world for Big Greg. He was right around the clubhouse for so many years, and now the clubhouse moved, so he had to go with the clubhouse.
No longer down at the cattle herder.
Yep.
Here's the 1-2. And swung on, ground ball, softly hit third. Charging's Burnable. Throw on the first is in time. Simmons retired. That ends the inning, and Candy escapes the jam. So Reading does get another run in the inning on that Caleb Ricketts home run. They did have 2 more hits. There were no errors, and left on base is 2. And we're a third of the way through from baseball town. Reading's on top 2-1. Top of the 4th coming up after this.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. So you might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BA-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind Classic Harley-Davidson. Top half of the 4th inning, 2-1 our score. Fightin Phillies back on the field with a lead as we take over on the play-by-play. My broadcast partner, Bob McCool.
All right, thank you, Jake. 1 run on 4 hits, no errors so far for the Yard Goats. 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error for the Fightin Phillies. As Hartford comes to the plate here in the top half of the 4th inning, we remind you that every Tuesday, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to the residents at Village Greens. Zach Kokuska will be the first one to face Robinson Pena here in this 4th inning. Kokuska singled and came around to score. The Yard Goats run in inning number 2. And he beats this one on a ground foul. Kokuska, the left-handed hitter, product of Kansas State University and a Pennsylvania native. Grew up in Latrobe.
Same hometown as
Arnold Palmer.
There you go.
One perhaps a little more famous than the other. But he did lead Latrobe High School to a state championship as a senior in high school in 2017. As this is fouled out of play. And so it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Kokuska. Yeah, Goats got those 3 runs in that second, the run in the second inning on 3 balls that none of which left the infield. 0-2 in the dirt. Kokuska lays off.
I was going to say, this game, I mean, the inning where Hartford scored the run on all balls that didn't leave the infield, and then there's Reading's 2 runs, which have both cleared the fence.
Correct.
You can score in a lot of different ways in this baseball game, Bob.
Not for the Fightins right now, though. It's all been home runs of late. As Kokuska takes that one just a little bit outside. Pena and Ricketts thought it may have caught the outside corner, but it did not. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 6 home runs in this series for the Fightins. 5 of them been solo home runs. 2-2 to Zach Kukuska. Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch, and Kukuska way out in front of it as Pena records just his second strikeout of the night. 1 out here in the 4th.
Strikeout number 100 on the season for Robinson Pena. Becomes the 6th, I think it was the 6th, active Eastern League pitcher to have 100.
I'll bring Vladimir Restituyo to the plate. He had a bunt base hit his first time up back in that second inning. And big swing here, comes up empty. Restituyo, 273 hitter on the season. His bunt base hit is his 4th hit of the series. And now the on-deck hitter, Kyle Datras, is walking up, picking something up off the ground, handing something to the home plate umpire. So Zdenek Zedek lost a piece of equipment somehow or another on that throw out to the pitcher. Kyle Datras jumped on it. 0-1 pitch. Down the third base line and fair and in towards the corner. Ethan Wilson scrambled over to get it. Restituyo rounds first, and he will roll into second base with a stand-up double. Second extra base hit of the game for the Yard Goats, and their 5th hit overall. Runner at second and 1 out for Kyle Datras. Just rolled it down the third base line. Simmons had no shot at it. And so Restituyo gets his 13th double of the season. He's now in scoring position as the tying run here in the top half of the 4th inning for Datras, who flew out to right field his first time up. Datras, another Pennsylvania native like Kukuska from outside of Williamsport, went to Loyalsock High School. That's up and in. There was a third on this Yard Goat roster for a while, and Benny Montgomery, who was a #1 draft pick of the Rockies a couple years ago, played at Redland High School outside of Harrisburg. All 3 of them won state championships in baseball in the state of Pennsylvania. 1-0 pitch. Tried to check his swing, and I thought it hit his bat.
I think they're going to say foul ball.
Yeah, I thought it hit the knob of the bat. 1 ball and 1 strike to Datras. Datras is 28 years of age. After that very, very successful career he had at Loyalsock High School, he went on to play at North Carolina, drafted by the Rockies in 2018. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch, and a good one, slider by Pena, and had Datras taking a very weak swing at the ball. It's now 1-2. Eric Brito cheating over from his second base position to try to keep Restituyo close. Carson Taylor playing way off the first baseline. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kyle Datras. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So the second strikeout of the inning for Pena, 2 down now. Now bring up A.J. Lewis. Lewis had the RBI on an infield groundout that had the Rockies on the board in that second inning. Lewis playing in his first game in this series. Second baseman who does not get a whole lot of time behind Adael Amador. First pitch to him, another slider from Pena, and it's another good one. It's no balls and a strike. Lewis, 224 on the season, the RBI. He drove in just his 9th of the season. Restituyo takes his lead off of second. 0-1 pitch. Taken all the way, it's 1-1. Top half of the 4th inning, 2-1 Fightins. Yard Goats have the tying run at second base. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to A.J. Lewis. High chopper towards short. More waits, throws in time for the 3rd and final out of the inning. For the Yard Goats in the 4th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th in Baseball Town. 2-1, Fightin' Phils.
Are you ready to embark on the adventure of retirement? Welcome to the Highlands at Wyomissing, where over 35 years of experience have perfected the art of senior living. Nestled on over 113 acres of serene landscape, our community offers a haven for active seniors seeking tranquility and excitement alike. Discover a lifestyle enriched with stunning amenities and engaging activities, all within the premier nonprofit life care community in Berks County. Bid farewell to home maintenance and embrace more quality time with loved ones as you enjoy a calendar brimming with thrilling events and trips. Experience the security, independence, and boundless opportunities that await you at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and unlock the possibilities of your retirement.
Visit the Brentwoods Industries Fightin' Phil's team store to stay repped all season long. Head to our store at FirstEnergy Stadium or online at artphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, jerseys, kids apparel, and much more. Looking for something new? Check out our brand new Pinstripe and Los Luchadores jerseys. Root for your Fightins in style and stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin' team store or artphils.com/shop.
We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. 2-run fight. Phil's on top, facing Jared Candy, the right-handed pitcher for the Yard Goats. Ethan Wilson, Eric Brito, and Cade Fergus, the three due up for the Fightins. Here in inning number 4, Wilson doubled his first time up, staying hot. He was 2 for 3 in last night's game, plus a walk, and then doubled his first time up in this one after being on the shelf a little bit after having some contact with a fence on that road trip. So Wilson back in the lineup last night and having a productive game and change so far as he takes the first pitch from Candy inside for a ball. Wilson, left-handed hitter, swings at this one. It's going to roll it on a couple hops to E.J. Lewis at second. And he'll make the play to first in plenty of time for out number 1. Here it is, the bottom half of the fourth inning. We'll take a look around the Phillies organization. Thanks to EPAW Weather Consulting, your source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. Philadelphia Phillies are on the West Coast trying to end their funk. They begin a 10-game series starting with the Seattle Mariners tonight. As Eric Brito takes a big swing, comes up empty on the first pitch from Candy. Brito ground out to short his first time up. Phils and Mariners at 9:40 tonight. Tyler Phillips getting the start for the Philadelphia Phillies as Brito swings and misses at a second pitch.
It's going to be pretty hard for Phillips to surpass what he did last week.
Complete game shutout in his favorite ballpark at Citizens Bank Park. Absolutely. Probably won't have quite as many fans in Friendly there as well. But he did a big spot here. Looking to be a stopper for the Phils, trying to stop a 4-game losing streak. And then the Phils will head to Los Angeles to play the Dodgers for 3, and then Arizona as well. 10-game road trip. This one driven into center field. Ward going back to the warning track and leaps and makes the catch against the fence. Eric Brito hit it a long way, and Brandon Ward ran it down after running a long way in center field.
Yeah, I mean, ball was driven well by Brito, but played incredibly well also by Ward in center. And lucky he caught that one, because that one hits off the wall. The speed Brito has, that could have been a threat for 3, if not more. He already has it inside the park home run this season. That came back on June the 25th against Greensboro with the Blue Claws.
So that will bring Cade Fergus to the plate now with 2 outs. Fergus struck out his first time up. Also around the organization in Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, playing some great baseball, of course, the last month or so. They're on top 6-0 over Jacksonville in the top of the 3rd inning. Clearwater is in a rain delay at home against Jupiter in the bottom of the 1st. They scored 3 runs.
Rain delay in Florida.
Yeah, how about that? And one in New Jersey, well, actually in Hudson Valley in New York, because that's where Jersey Shore is. They're also in a rain delay. They're supposed to schedule at 7:05, and that didn't get that one started. So 2 of the 4 minor league affiliates in some kind of weather situation, and it's appropriate since this is brought to you by EPAW Weather Consulting. We had a storm blow through here, Berks County, this afternoon, around 2 o'clock-ish or so, and it came down pretty good for a while. Some thunder. I don't know if I actually saw any lightning or not, but
I did.
I saw a lot of rain. I know that. You did see some lightning?
It was coming down hard.
Yeah, that's for sure. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Fergus. He takes one outside for a ball. It's 3-2. Fergus, the 9-hole hitter. Marcus Lee Sang on deck if he reaches. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Fergus now calls time. Digs himself a little bit of a trench in the batter's box. 2-3-2 pitch. over for a called strike 3, and that will do it for the Phils here in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 4 complete. It remains 2-1 Fightin' Phils.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this. Ooh. So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies.
Fightin' Phils would like to recognize Body Zone Sports and Wellness as the official workout facility of the Phils as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Robinson Pena back to work. And he's got himself a 2-1 lead, trying to protect that. Get himself another quality start. Again, 11 wins on the season for Robinson Pena. Jake mentioned early on about the outstanding job he did his last time out and earned himself an Eastern League Pitcher of the Week award for that 7-inning performance at New Hampshire, which he gave up just 2 hits and no runs. But that came on the heels of maybe 3 of his less stellar performances of the season prior to that. But Robinson Pena has been outstanding over the course of this season, and he's been solid so far tonight as well, as he starts Nick Kent here in the 5th inning by missing low for or outside for a ball, and then comes right back and misses low for a ball. So it's 2-0 to Nick Kent, to be followed by the top of the order in Braden Ward and Braxton Fulford. Kent flew out to left field his first time up. 2-0 pitch is up high, and now all of a sudden he's behind Kent, 3-0. Kent taking all the way and takes one over for a called strike. Fastball, slider, change, and a splitter in the arsenal for Pena. The slider has been pretty good over the course of this. Now here's a 3-1 pitch, and it's squirted towards short. Robert Moore will handle it. And after falling behind 3-0, Pena comes back to get Kent to ground out to shortstop for out number 1. And now we'll bring up Braden Ward. Ward batting a leadoff spot tonight with Adael Amador getting the night off. He is pretty routinely the leadoff man for the Yard Goats on the season, one of the top prospects in the Rockies organization. So Ward gets bumped up, if you will, in the lineup to the leadoff spot. He's 1 for 2. And he takes that one for a called strike. Signaled his last time up, flew out to left field his first time up. First time that Ward took the first pitch in an at-bat. 0-1 from Pena. Lifts this one foul and drifting out of play. Behind the Yard Goats dugout, it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. 3 strikeouts so far for Pena, and as custom, no walks. So he's over 100 strikeouts now on the season with 101 and just 12 walks surrendered. 0-2 pitch. On a ground to Brito at second. Eric Brito will make the play without a problem. So a couple of slow rolling ground balls so far for the Yard Goats here in this 5th inning. And now with 2 outs, it'll bring up Braxton Fulford. Fulford was hit by a pitch in the first inning and then rolled into a double play his last time up. So officially 0 for 1 on the night. Catcher is now 3 for 8 in this series. Did not play in last night's game. And takes that one for a called strike. Veronica Palma, the backup catcher for Hartford, got the start in last night's game. Pena delivers his 0-1 pitch. That's outside. It's 1-1. One pitch. Cues it foul behind home plate towards the on-deck circle. May have gotten a piece of Caleb Ricketts, and that's why it kind of bounced back there funny. As Zdenek Zidek will come out and walk the ball out towards Robinson Pena, get a couple of baseballs from the bat boy as well to give Caleb Ricketts a chance to shake out the butterflies, or the bumblebees more appropriately, in his hand right now. It looked like he either got the hand or the forearm of Caleb Ricketts, his throwing hand. So it's 1-2 now to Braxton Fulford. Way inside, it's 2-2. Single run in the first and the third for the Fightins, and a single run for the Goats in the second. 2-1 Fightins on top half of the fifth inning. 2 outs here in the fifth. Swing and a miss, and now the Yard Goats are done in the fifth, as Robinson Pena retires them in order. And the last one coming on his 4th strikeout of the night. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Still 2-1, Fightins on top.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Bally Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Bally Live app today.
Bottom half of the fifth inning, presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. Jared Candy back out on the mound for the Yard Goats. The 24-year-old right-hander will face the top of the order for the Phils, and Marcus Lee Sang, Robert Moore, and Caleb Ricketts. Justin Crawford getting the night off for Reading. He had been in the leadoff spot in the first 3 games in this series, and would expect to see him in that spot for the foreseeable future. On most nights, he is in the lineup. He's going to bat leadoff. Maybe once in a while they may put him in the 2-hole. Lee Sang got this game started with a bomb in the first inning. His 11th home run of the season. Caleb Ricketts had a solo home run as well in the 3rd inning. That's the 2 runs for the Phils. First pitch to Lee Sang. Second one is squirted towards 3rd off the end of his bat, but played nicely by Warming Burnable, and he'll make the play to 1st. Sang got that one way off the end of his bat, and Burnable able to make the play without a problem for out number 1. I'll bring up Robert Moore. Moore popped up and flew out in his 2 plate appearances so far. Looks at the first pitch for a called strike. Moore acquired by the Phillies in the offseason, along with Hendry Mendez, who's been with Jersey Shore this season, in the trade for Oliver Dunn, who of course had a great season last year for the Reading Fightin' Phils, as Moore takes this one for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. This one lifted straight up again in the infield. Fulford, the catcher, off with it. Now he's going to give way to Burnable charging in, and he'll make the catch. So another infield pop-up for the Phils in this ballgame, as Burnable's had a bunch of them. 4 times the Phils, no, I was right the first time. 5 times that the Phils have popped up in the infield. And Warwick Burnable at third base has been the recipient of 4 of them. As Caleb Ricketts now bats. Ricketts tried to hold up his swing, could not. It's quickly no balls and a strike to him. So Ricketts 1 for 2. He popped up in the infield and then the home run. This one squirted down the third baseline. Going to be a long run for Restituyo. He won't get there, but fortunately for him, it lands foul. Ricketts was already well on his way to second base. Restituyo had to go a long way to get that as it was fisted down the third base line by the left-handed hitting Caleb Ricketts. And Restituyo playing well off the line and a long run to go. And very fortunate for him that ball landed foul, and now they'll have to wait for Caleb Ricketts to come back to home plate. Now he's in a no balls and 2-strike hole. Restituyo, though, comes over a little bit more towards the third base line. And now he's starting to make a few more steps to his left. But maybe playing a little bit more towards the third base line now against Ricketts after that foul ball. So no balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Ricketts. 2 outs here in the 5th. It's way inside, ball 1. Ricketts' home run is 7th of the season, his 27th RBI of the year as well. 1-2 pitch. Beats it foul right into the hands of Carson Taylor in the on-deck circle for Reading. Fightins and Goats back at it tomorrow night, 6:45 start time tomorrow night on a Saturday night here at FirstEnergy Stadium, and Mega Blast fireworks to follow. 1-2 pitch, beats another one foul to stay alive. And of course the series will end on Sunday afternoon, the getaway day at 5:15. So it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caleb Ricketts. Swing and a miss. Ricketts goes down swinging. Second straight inning that the Phils go in order. The 4 strikeout for Jared Candy. For Reading in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. 5 complete in baseball town. Still 2-1 Reading on top.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living. When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring. The Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. As we head to the 6th in a 2-1 ball game in favor of Reading, the Yard Goats will send Yankiel Fernandez, Warming Burnable, and Zach Kukuska up. That's 3-4-5 in manager Bobby Meacham's order. Skipper for the Yard Goats in his first season with Hartford. First pitch to Fernandez. Good slider again by Robinson. Pena has Fernandez bailing and wailing. Fernandez doubled his last time up. Got one down the third base line as the left-hand hitter. He struck out his first time up against Pena. Swing and a miss again, pretty much the same pitch and same result. Fernandez goes chasing. And now he's in a no balls and 2-strike hole. Fernandez just 21 years old, the number 3 prospect in the Rockies organization before this season began. Hasn't done a whole lot to damage that with what he's done so far, as he's just going to reach out and poke this into center field. Cade Fergus, however, will close in on it. The center fielder will grab it knee high for out number 1. Fergus has certainly shown the ability to go get it. We also saw the other night he's got a pretty strong arm as he threw out a runner from left field, cut down a run. Warming Burnable now will bat. Burnable 0 for 2 so far on the night. Flew out the left, grounded, tapped one back to the pitcher's mound. First pitch to him is lifted down the first base side into right field. Long run for Eric Brito, and the second baseman makes the catch. Slides to his knees and makes the catch. Fine running grab for Brito for out number 2. A spot where the right fielder Marcus Lee Sang just couldn't get there. It's almost an impossible catch for the first baseman Carson Taylor, or excuse me, for Leandro Pineda, the first baseman. The only guy who's really going to get a best shot at it is Brito, just on the angle, and he got there, sliding to his knees for the second out. That'll bring up Kokoska. Kokoska singled and scored the Yard Goats run back in the second inning, and then struck out in the fourth as he swings and just gets that one off the end of the bat. Another slider from Pena, and he's gotten a lot of that tonight. Lots of swings and misses and just balls off the very end of the bat, especially against the left-handed hitters. This one a fisted foul by Kokoska. So it's no balls and 2 strikes now to the left-hander. This one lifted again, foul, and down the third base side. So it stays no balls and 2 strikes to Kokoska with 2 outs here in the 6th. That's up high for a ball. Pena with a look into Ricketts. Pitches from the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Beats it on the ground, right to Eric Brito at second base. He'll make the play without a problem, and another solid inning for Robinson Pena as the Yard Goats go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Still 2-1, Fightin's on top.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit brigantiwines.com to learn more.
We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Phil's looking for a little offense to help out the excellent effort so far for Robinson Pena. No activity yet in the Reading bullpen, and you can understand why, as well as Pena has pitched so far. Jerry Candy's done a pretty good job for the Yard Goats as well, except for the 2 long balls by Lee Sang and Ricketts. That's the offense for Reading. 1 run on 5 hits for Hartford, 2 runs on 4 hits for the Fight. Carson Taylor will lead it off. He hasn't had much of a chance so far tonight. He's walked in his 2 plate appearances as Candy has been awfully careful with the Phil's cleanup hitter. First pitch is way inside, almost hit him. Taylor at 287 on the season, 14 home runs, 63 RBIs. Taylor walked twice in last night's game. This one he hits on a hard hop. It's knocked down by Datchus. A race to the bag, and the pitcher covering will get there in time for the out. Well done by Datchus to knock it down, and a great job by Candide to get over there and get to the bag in time. So that's one out here in the sixth. It'll bring up Leandro Pineda. Pineda doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And he fouls this one out of play. Pineda, the left-hand hitter, roped one down the first base line for the double. Put runners at second and third at the time with 2 outs. Phils couldn't get that run home. Phils have left 4 men on base so far. As this one's back to the middle, a slow roller, but the shortstop Kent will range on the second base side of the bag and make the play. Another one off the end of the bat, this time for the Fightins. And on the slow roller, Kent's able to make the play. That's 2 quick outs here for the Phils. And the 2 pitchers have kind of taken over this game in the last couple innings. 9 straight retired now by Candide as Kendall Simmons will bat. He's 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch, checks and bit low for a ball. Been a lot of that from Kendall Simmons tonight. It seems some indecision on the part of the right-handed hitter, especially on that first at bat when he struck out on 3 pitches. This one is again low. It's 2-0. Simmons at 257 on the season, 9 home runs and 26 RBIs. Playing in his second game of the series. He's 0 for 6 so far in it. That one's outside. Now he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. He'll take a look down at Al Pedrinque. Claps his hands. The skipper at third base. Carl Ellison coaching at first. 3 balls and no strikes to Kendall Simmons. Takes that one for a called strike on the outside corner. Do him a 3-0 slider. Candia struck out 4. He's walked 2. And make it 3. As Kendall Simmons works the walk with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. So that will bring up Ethan Wilson. Wilson doubled in the second, grounded out to second base in the 4th, so he's 1 for 2 on the night. 3 for 5 now in the series. As I said, no activity at all in the Fightins bullpen. Now a little bit of activity starting to stir around in the Yard Goat bullpen. First pitch to Ethan Wilson is a called strike. Simmons takes his lead off of first. 0-1 pitch. Now he takes off. This one's rolled on the ground. High chopper. Second baseman Lewis has to back up. Throws in the dirt, but it's in time. Just in time to get Ethan Wilson. So 4-3 in the books, and that'll do it for the Phils here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. 6 complete in Reading. 2-1, Fightin' Phils on top.
Hey, Holmes, where are you tonight? Hey, James, we're down here in the right field grandstand, and that's right, it's time for the Tom Sturgis Pretzels High-Low game. I'm here with our first contestant. He's representing all the guys in the ballpark tonight. Tell us your name and where you're from. This is Steve.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
What percentage of the team do you think
The Fightin' Phils thank White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin' Phils Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin' Phils in New Hampshire, along with the chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
Top half of the second inning. Fightin' Phils are always excited to bring you our Phils baseball live, the comfort of your own home. Join us on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or ourphils.com radio. My name is Bob McCool, alongside Jake Starr as we head to the top half of the seventh inning in a 2-1 ball game. Vladimir Restituyo leads it off for Robinson Pena and lifts the first pitch he sees into shallow left field. Ethan Wilson will drift over and can't find it, and it lands in foul territory. It's actually all three players, Simmons, Moore, and Wilson, lost sight of that, and the ball landed, fortunately for Reading, in foul territory, about 10 feet to the left of the line. That was really strange that all three of them lost that ball. But it's a new life for Vladimir Restituyo. To his credit, he was rolling around the bases. He was around second base. That's how long the ball was in the air. So it's nothing more than a strike now, and the 73rd pitch thrown by Robinson Pena so far in this night. Restituyo 2 for 2 on the night. 2 of the Yard Goats' 5 hits, single and a double. A single, a bunt base hit back in that second inning, part of the run scored to help set up the run scored for Yard Goats. This one is hooked foul. So a second straight foul ball from Restituyo, one a little bit more impressive than the other, but that one way foul, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So we'll see where Pena goes. Again, he's had great success with the slider tonight, and he does have a splitter here at 0-2. Rolled on the ground towards third. Simmons to his left makes the play and the throw in time for out number 1.
That's 9 straight retired by, I saw you counting too.
Just counting.
Great minds think alike. 9 straight retired by Pena, who has been locked in.
Yeah,
I mean, he's really, since that double in the 4th, it's been just consistency from him. He's looking for a second straight 7-inning start.
And even that double by Fernandez was, I don't want to say a squirter down the left field line, but a left-handed hitter who just kind of went the other way and slapped it down the left field line. So, and of course, the hits they got in the second inning, none of them that scored the run, none of them left the infield. 1 ball and no strikes now to Datras. And that's up high for a ball. So it has not been a whole lot of hard hit balls against Robinson Pena tonight. Struck out 4, and as per normal, has not walked the batter. He did hit 1. Datras started and stopped, but it's over for a called strike. It's 2-1. Datras flew out to right field and struck out in 2 plate appearances to this point. Top half of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss. Had a changeup from Pena. Not seen him throw a whole lot of changeups so far tonight. One of the reasons why he probably fooled Datras as bad as he did. Now Datras will call time.
Hartford does have action in the bullpen. Brendan Hardy is loose. He's finished throwing, so it looks like Jarrett Candy's night's done, and Hardy will get the home half of the 7th.
But actually a very good pitcher's duel. I mean, you can't fault what Candy did. He gave up 2 solo home runs. That's it. That just takes another one in the dirt. It's 3-2.
Yeah, it's just been that kind of year for Robinson Pena where when he's on, he's on. And the rare nights where he's quote-unquote off, it's not even, he doesn't really have any blow-ups. It's more, an off night is 5 innings, 3 runs, which obviously isn't like the best start in the world, but it still gives your team a chance to win.
3-2 pitch is inside, ball 4, so that's his first walk of the night. Comes with 1 out here in the 7th.
You kind of wonder what the thought is here. Is at 81 pitches, if he's got to think it may be his last inning. Reading has not pushed a pitcher past 7 this year. Pena's season high in pitches is just 93. Came back on May the 12th against Hartford.
There's no activity as of yet with one out here in the 7th, and now A.J. Lewis will bat. First pitch to him, just misses inside for a ball. Runner takes off, pitches inside, Ricketts throws it down, and it will not be in time. Stolen base for Datras.
6th of the year for Datras, and it's a Hartford team that likes to run. 151 stolen bases now. That's the most across the Eastern League by a pretty nice margin.
So Datras the tying run now at second base with one out, and it's 2 balls and no strikes now to A.J. Lewis as the pitch from Pena was up high a bit. So it's 2-0 to the batter. Up and in, almost hit him. So it's now 3-0. So a little bit of rarity for Robinson Pena now in the last 2 batters of falling behind. 3-0 pitch. Beats it foul off his foot. I don't understand. I don't understand. Guys hit 224, doesn't play a whole lot. Up at a 3-0 count and swinging against a guy who, has done pretty well so far. It's 3-1. Lifts this one foul out of play, and all of a sudden Pena has recovered, got the count now to 3-2. On the flip side of that, if you're Robbins and Pena, you got to throw strikes here. You can't let A.J. Lewis get a free pass. 9-hole hitter Nick Kent in the on-deck circle. Now, Lewis will call time just as Pena was about to go into his windup. And with that, some activity now in the Fightin's bullpen. Is that Denny Walling up and throwing?
Andrew Walling's up and throwing.
Andrew Walling, excuse me.
Which I think would be for Ward at the top of the lineup, a lefty. So it's either get through this inning for Pena, or if he gets back to the top, maybe it goes to Walling.
3-2 pitch, rolled towards short on a hop. Moore's going to go to third. He threw it away. That's going to allow Datras to get up and go home and tie the game up at 2-2, and Lewis goes to second base. Robert Moore had the sure out at first, instead opted to go to third, which wasn't a terrible decision. It just was not a good throw. He threw it away from Simmons, and it allows Datras to score what will be obviously an unearned run, but it does tie the game up.
That'll bring Phil Condary out too in a big just settle him down type situation for Robinson Pena. Just one of those things out of your control. Got to kind of buckle down here and keep this a 2-2 ball game.
So with that, now the go-ahead run is at second base. Just magnifies the mistake. And Kent at the plate now for the Yard Goats. As Jake said, a left-handed hitter at the top of the order, and Braden Ward in the on-deck circle. So this could very well be the last batter that Robinson Pena faces. One out here in the 7th. Pena takes a look back at Lewis, comes to the plate. Misses outside for a ball. So top half of the 7th inning now tied at 2. And he misses again. It's 2-0. So Pena falling behind hitters in this 7th inning all of a sudden. The pitch count now will be at 90 after he delivers this pitch. Lifted into center field. Fergus going back, and he'll have room, and he'll make the catch right in front of the warning track. Lewis wandered way too far off of second base and can't tag up.
Yeah, I mean, that's an obvious tag-up situation there, and Lewis was quarter of the way down the baseline. Fergus, very good defensive center fielder, but the ball's hit the right center, and he's backtracking. If you're Lewis, you should be standing on third base right now. Look, obviously 2 outs, a single scores it. Here comes Al Padrique, so that'll be the end of the line for Pena, but if you're on third, pass ball, wild pitch scores you, and now you're still at second.
Knowing the situation you're in, knowing what you can do to help your team out. It's just not good fundamental baseball, but played by both teams in this inning. So that will make the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Step into your future with Alvernia University. We'll tell you about it when we come back after this.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Welcome to Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands of Wyomissing, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. Our innovative approach featuring the Hearthstone Institute's renowned I'm Still Here program ensures that every resident living with Alzheimer's or dementia experiences a life worth living. With evidence-based techniques and personalized care, we focus on meaningful engagement to reduce common symptoms like agitation and anxiety. Join us in celebrating the person behind the memory loss with activities tailored to their unique interests and abilities. Discover the difference with Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and embrace a renewed sense of purpose for your loved one.
So the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen, as we said, going to break. We'll bring in the left-hander for the Fightin Phils, Andrew Walling.
The fourth appearance for Walling. 4 innings pitched so far with Reading. 5 strikeouts, no walks, 5 hits allowed. He's yet to allow an earned run. That's gotten himself in trouble a couple of outings, but has done a good job working around it. And the job here for Walling is simple. It's to get this out, move this game to the bottom of the 7th, and a 2-2 score. And I'd assume Walling would come back out for the 8th with a few lefties still due up for Hartford after Ward, but we'll have to wait and see.
Ward 1 for 3 so far in the night. Again, their situation is a runner at second and 2 outs, a run already in. And way outside, good stop by Caleb Ricketts to keep it from going to the backstop. Walling, great numbers at Jersey Shore before his call-up on July 16th. 7-0 with a 1.73 earned run average in 30 games. 36 and a third innings pitched. Gave up 20 hits, 43 strikeouts, did walk 24. There's a good slider, but it misses inside for a ball, or missed a little bit low, I guess, for ball 2. It's 2-0. So lefty on lefty matchup here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss. May have chased what would have been a 3-0 count. Braden Ward comes up empty. It's 2-1. Walling takes a look back to second, delivers another slider, and that just misses. It's 3-1.
And it's out, but it's a really good take by Braden Ward because he wanted it, and it started in and then broke out at the last second, but obviously picked up that spin on it and knew to kind of leave the bat on the shoulder.
So it's 3 balls and a 1 strike now to Ward.
Had the pickoff play on, but...
Yep. Lewis dives back in, but he doesn't go through with the throw. So Lewis again will take his lead off of second. And again, the count 3 balls and 1 strike to Braden Ward. Over for a called strike 2. Another slider from Walling. Steady diet of that right now on the lefty on lefty matchup. So now the count is full. Now Ward will call timeout. Back in the box to go at it, 3-2. Fits it foul and out of play. It stays full. That a fastball from Walling. Walling, a product of Mississippi State, one undrafted in the 2022 draft, signed as undrafted free agent by the Phillies. Native of the state of Washington. 3-2 pitch by him. just miss up again. It's ball 4. So Ward now is a runner at first base with Lewis at second base.
Last couple of games, Hartford's used some runs late to grab leads over Reading, and this is a big spot in this game because Hartford has a real opportunity to really try and knock the sails out of Reading right here. And if you're the Fightin' Phils and Wallen, you got to get this out, get to the plate in the 7th, and find a way to grab the lead back.
Braxton Fulford will now bat for the Yard Goats. First pitch to him is way inside. Fulford hit by a pitch, hit into a double play, and struck out in 3 plate appearances to this point. A.J. Lewis, the runner at second. Braden Ward, the runner at first. One very costly error in this inning. He's kept the inning alive and gave the Yard Goats the run. This one lifted straight up, shallow left. Moore goes back. Moore will call it and fight the wind or fight the air or fight something, and he makes the catch in shallow left field for the 3rd and final out. For Hartford in the inning, 1 run. They did it without the benefit of a hit, and there was an error and 1 man left on base. 7th inning stretch time in Baseball Town. Hartford 2, Reading 2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Welcome to Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands of Wyomissing, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. Our innovative approach featuring the Hearthstone Institute's renowned I'm Still Here program ensures that every resident living with Alzheimer's or dementia experiences a life worth living. With evidence-based techniques and personalized care, we focus on meaningful engagement to reduce common symptoms like agitation and anxiety. Join us in celebrating the person behind the memory loss with activities tailored to their unique interests and abilities. Discover the difference with Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and embrace a renewed sense of purpose for your loved one.
We head to the top half of the 8th inning, and another Alberta University Gold Wolves call. A bullpen has been made for the Yard Goats. Right-hander Brendan Hardy now into the game.
It's the 29th appearance for Brendan Hardy. He's 1-1 with a .360 ERA, 35 innings pitched. He's allowed 29 hits, 13 walks, 39 strikeouts. Opponents 232 against him. Has allowed a pair of home runs so far this year in his 35 innings pitched.
He will face Eric Brito, Cade Fergus, and Marcus Lee Sang. 2 up for the Fightins here in the 7th inning of a now 2-2 tie ball game. First pitch to Brito, swings at it, lifts it into right field. Yanquiel Fernandez has to make a couple steps to his left to record the out for 1 pitch and 1 out here in the 7th.
Reading's bullpen's quiet, so it looks like Andrew Walling will be back out for the top half of the 8th. And you look ahead here, 2 of the first 3 hitters for Hartford are righties, so you got to think they get a righty maybe going for if the lineup gets the Vladimir Restituyo. I believe the 3-batter minimum is out of the question because he already pitched the last inning.
Correct. So Cade Fergus now bats. He struck out both times facing Jared Candee. First pitch to him is a ball.
I believe Walling will probably get 3 batters, and it's either a 1-2-3 inning or you see an arm out of the bullpen. Could see Tommy McCullough maybe, and he worked a 3rd inning a couple of nights ago, so he should be pretty fresh.
Yeah, he pitched to just 1 batter, and that was at the tail end of Taiwan Walker's appearance. And that pitch is over for a called strike to Fergus. It's 1-1. This inning brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. If you have or have all the loved ones been injured, get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. 1-1 to Cade Fergus. Way outside for a ball.
A couple of guys stretching. I saw one was Andrew Schultz. Trying to see, there's a one behind him. That's Andrew Baker also stretching. So a couple of righties and Baker and Schultz. Pair of Andrews out there.
2 balls and 1 strike to Cade Fergus. That's outside again. It's 3-1. So big spot here for Fergus, trying to get himself on board somehow or another for the top of the order. Again, Phils with just 2 runs on 2 solo home runs, one by Lee Sang, who's in the on-deck circle, and one by Ricketts, who now rolls this one between short and third, and Cade Fergus gets a hit, his 5th hit of the night for the Fightins.
Good piece hitting from Fergus. It was a fastball bottom of the zone, which I think is that sweet spot for Fergus, like between the lower quad and knees. That's where I feel like he's done most of his damage. 101 off the bat, and look, got a base runner here, top of the order up. You got speed on the base pass. Maybe they think about a steal?
Not a bad idea with Marcus Lee Sang, the hitter. Lee Sang, again, the solo home run to get this game started. Popped up in the infield, ground out to third. Lee, pickoff attempt. Yard Goats thinking along with Jake that maybe Fergus might be off on the base pass. With 1 out, bottom half of the 7th inning in a 2-2 tie. Hardy delivers to the plate. Lee Sang shows bunt, and it gets away, goes all the way to the backstop. So that'll allow Fergus to move up. I thought it hit the bat. They appealed to make sure it didn't.
You're gonna say no swing also.
Yeah, Jared Durson said no, he didn't offer at it. Even if he offered at him, it still went to the backstop. So I guess the big question was whether it hit the bat, which would allow obviously Fergus to have to go back to first base. It did not. So they've got the runner in scoring position now without needing to give up the out. Lee Sang with 39 RBIs, 40 RBIs, on the season with his solo home run earlier today.
I'm just going to call it a pass ball on Fulford. That'll be the 5th of the year on him.
So it's 2-0 now to Lee Sang as that 1-0 pitch was up high. So Brendan Hardy takes a look back. And a second now comes to the plate. Fisted right of the mound, and Hardy will make the play to first for the out. It allows Fergus to move up to third base, but now with 2 outs.
Well, in essence, does the job. Now you got Fergus at third. It is 2 outs, though. Of course, pass ball, wild pitch would likely score him, and for more, any sort of way to get on base here. Obviously, a base hit would score Fergus and give Wright the lead, and we'll see if Moore can do that.
And a chance for a little bit of a redemption as well for Robert Moore, whose error back in the top half of this inning allowed Hartford to score what is right now the tying run. Moore 0 for 3 so far on the night, and takes the first pitch low and inside for a ball. Couple infield pop-ups and a fly out to center field so far in the night for Robert Moore. He's got 35 RBIs on the year, looking for 1 here to give the Phils the lead. 1-0 pitch. Outside again, it's 2-0. Fireworks to follow this one. Mega Blast fireworks to follow tomorrow night's game. First pitch tomorrow night at 6:45 here on a Saturday night at the ballpark. 2 balls and no strikes to Robert Moore. Down to first base, it's fair and right into the glove of Kyle Datchus, who will step on the bag all by his lonesome, and that'll end any kind of a threat for the Phils in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. 7 complete. It's still 2-2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
We head to the 8th inning. Tight ball game here in Baseball Town. 2-2 is our score. And to take over the play-by-play, my broadcast partner, Jake Starr.
Thank you very much, Bob McCool. As you said, it's a 2-2 ball game as Andrew Walling's back on the mound. And let's tell you about Jersey Mike's Sub, who always offers a sub above, providing their customers with delicious sensitance and substance. With a huge variety of options, including both warm and cold subs, Jersey Mike's prides itself on fresh baked bread, fresh sliced meats, and fresh grilled sandwiches with 2 convenient Berks County locations, including 5th Street Highway in Reading and Broadcasting Square in Wyomissing. Jersey Mike's Subs is your home for flavorful subs with quality local ingredients. Order today at jerseymikes.com. Jersey Mike's Subs is a proud 2024 Fightin' Phil's team feed partner. So Andrew Walling's back out. He'll face the lefty Yanquiel Fernandez to lead things off. 2-2 game, top of the 8th. Lefty on lefty showdown to start the frame. Walling set, he'll fire the first pitch, and it's away for a ball. It's 1-0. Looks like Andrew Baker is ready to start throwing, but he's not throwing quite yet for Reading. Here's the 1-0. Fernandez tried to hold up. They'll check towards third, and their base umpire Jared Duerson will say he held up, so it's quickly 2 balls and no strikes to Yanquiel Fernandez. 1 for 3 in tonight's game. Did double back in the 3rd. Was stranded. 2-0. Swung on in line down the left field line, but foul. It's 2-1.
That foul is brought to you by American Barber and Beauty Academy.
Fernandez just 21 years old. Saw him last year with Hartford as well. Here's the 2-1, and he swings in a line drive towards shallow left center. It'll fall in front of the center fielder Fergus for a base hit. So second hit tonight for Fernandez in the leadoff variety, and that brings Warming Bernable to the plate.
He's having a good series. He's proven to be a tough out. That's his 8th hit of this series, and this is game 4 of the 6-game series.
Bernable has been a thorn in Reading's side this year. Entering tonight, 339, 14 runs driven in. Up to 21 hits in 60 at-bats for Fernandez. And Bernable will dig in for the right side. Reading's looking for a ground ball here. Walling will fire the first pitch home, and it's swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Warming Bernable in tonight's ball game is 0 for 3. It looks like Andrew Baker is going to start throwing in the Reading bullpen. Infield set to turn 2. Brito at second, shaded towards the bag. Moore is pretty much straight up at short with the righty up. Walling fires, the pitch is swung on. Ground ball short. Moore fields, flips to second for 1. Brito's relay to first in time, and that's a 6-4-3 double play. So just like that, the leadoff single is erased. Reading turns another double play. That is their 2nd of the night, 5th the last 2 nights. And there's 2 outs for Zach Kokoska.
Yeah, they have turned some timely double plays over the course of this series. And now Walling's in a position now facing a lefty to get the 3rd and final out of this inning and get his job done complete.
So Kokoska, first pitch to him. That's a slider that drops in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Kokoska did not think so. He kind of leaned in a little bit, thought that was pretty tight to him.
Kokoska pretty much right on top of the plate.
Yep.
Feet on that inner white chalk on the left-handed batter's box, the 0-1. And he swings and hits one in the air well down the left field line, slicing, and it is a foul ball. Just to the left of the line down the left field side.
And that would have been a ton of trouble. Kokoska runs pretty well, and until Ethan Wilson would have tracked that thing down, Kokoska's probably on 3rd.
But again, with 2 outs, maybe he plays it safe and holds up at second.
Right. All depends how quickly Ethan Wilson is able to dig it out of that corner and what it hits down in the corner.
Nevertheless, no balls and 2 strikes to
All
Zach
to no
Kokoska.
avail.
2 outs in the frame, top of the 8th, 2-2 ball game. Fightin' Phils trail the series 2-1. They're looking for a late game rally to even things up heading into the weekend. Deep breath from Walling, who comes ready. The 0-2. Swung on and popped up. Foul territory left side. Simmons and Ricketts both give it a look, but it's out of play. And we'll do it again, and no balls and 2 strikes. field plays the lefty to go to the right side. Moore, the shortstop, is shaded about 2.5 steps to the left of the second base bag. Simmons about 6 steps in a dive off the bag at third. Walling's 0-2 is just spiked and way outside. Goes to the backstop, but no harm, no foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The bases are clear with 2 outs.
I think he may have just a bit overthrown that ball a bit.
But the bright side, hopefully it doesn't mean anything. Walling comes ready again at the belt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kokoska. Lefty will fire home, and the pitch is nubbed foul off the netting behind home plate, off to the third base side. And we'll run it back again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hartford's bullpen is quiet. This looks like Brendan Hardy will be back out for the bottom of the 8th. Walling's 1-2, swung on and chopped to second. 3 hops for Brito, who charges, fires on the run the first, the second baseman does, and it's in time, and all in all, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Walling. No runs for the Yard Goats. They did have a hit. That was eliminated on a double play. There were no errors, and nobody is left on base. So we played 7.5. We will head to the bottom of the 8th. Hartford 2, Reading 2.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Bottom half of the 8th inning, 2-2 ball game. Let's take a look at our Fightin Phil's team leaders presented by OPS Security Group. Join the winning team at OPS Security Group. Protecting community starts with you. Visit OPSSecurityGroup.com to apply. Man on deck, Carson Taylor, team leader in on-base percentage amongst a variety of categories, but he's at .392 this season. So Taylor's on deck. Ricketts leads off. 2-2 ball game, bottom 8. Brendan Hardy back out there. First pitch. Ricketts takes it down. 1 ball and no strikes. Caleb Ricketts 1 for 3 in tonight's ball game. Scored the last run for Reading. Solo home run in the 3rd. Pitch. Takes inside. 1 ball, 1 strike on the corner. Ricketts 3 for 7 this week. Couple of runs scored, including the home run. Here's the 1-1. And that's taken for a strike at the letters. It's a ball and 2 strikes. His home run back in the 3rd was his first home run since July the 11th. Hit that here at home against Akron a couple of days prior to the start of the All-Star break. Here's the 1-2. Almost hits Ricketts. Actually, it does. Yep. So it's a leadoff base runner for Reading as Ricketts is hit. And that brings Carson Taylor to the plate.
Well, it worked on Tuesday. Caleb Ricketts got hit by a pitch. Carson Taylor came up next and hit a 2-run home run that helped the Phils in their comeback. Now maybe a chance to put him ahead. Ricketts kind of walking things off down there. I'm not sure where that got him. If it got him in the hand, if it got him in the arm. He turned into the pitch. Maybe based on the fact he kind of walked down the first baseline a little bit, maybe got him in the leg.
So it'll be Carson Taylor who will dig in from the left side. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 8th. Caleb Ricketts leads off first. Infield is tight in the middle, and also a bit shallow to turn 2. First pitch, Taylor will take it outside. It's 1-0.
There's where you got to be patient now if you're Carson Taylor. He's been very patient, exceedingly so over the course of the last 2 nights.
Couple of walks tonight for Taylor. Did ground out the first his last time up. 1-0. That's outside and up. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
It's just good takes. Now you're in a great position here. Now, before that happens, Dan Meyer, the pitching coach, is going to come out. But Carson Taylor's in prime territory now. He's got a runner at first. Opens up the first base side because obviously he's a left-hand hitter. Opens up the pull side. And he's also in a 2-0 count. See something you like, take a cut. If you don't, leave it go.
You got power at the plate in Taylor. He's got 14 home runs this season. You got power on deck in Leandro Pineda, who's got 3 with Reading. This game number 11 for Pineda with the Fightin Phils. And he's already got a double in today's ball game. So we'll see how they pitch Carson Taylor here. You want to be careful, but at the same time, you don't want to put 2 men on and no outs with Pineda on deck.
Like Hartford's going to get some activity now in the bullpen.
So Meyer heads back to the dugout. Taylor digs in. 2 balls and no strikes to count to him. Ricketts gets the lead off first. The pitch. That's down and in. 3 balls and no strikes.
Everybody clap your hands.
You give him the green light here?
I'm saying no, but we'll see.
Bryce McGowan, by the way, is the right-hander warming up in the Hartford bullpen.
Taylor's already walked 6 times this week, including a couple of times tonight. The 3-0. And he thought about it, but he takes it. It's 3-1. It was a changeup bottom of the zone, which is probably not a pitch to swing at if you're Taylor.
That's what you got to do. I mean, just because whether you have a green light or not doesn't mean you have to swing. You're still in command, though, if you're Carson Taylor at 3-1.
3-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Another changeup from Brendan Hardy. So now the count goes full. Still no outs in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 our score. Caleb Ricketts gets the lead off first. Infield's position to turn 2. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and it's fouled back. It'll stay 3 balls and 2 strikes. That was the 6th pitch of the at-bat to Carson Taylor. Hardy the righty comes set against the lefty Taylor. Then he'll step off. Should be his first disengagement of this plate appearance. Taylor's been Reading's best hitter this year. He's at 286. He's got 14 home runs. He's got a team best 63 RBI. Here's the pitch. That is down and in, ball 4. So Carson Taylor has walked for the 3rd time tonight. And it's back-to-back base runners for Reading. And Bobby Meacham's going to waste no time, and he's going to go get McGowan out of the bullpen. So first 2 get on for Reading. Brendan Hardy's night comes to an end. It's a 2-2 ball game. Leandro Pineda will be the batter. The bottom of the 8th, and we come back after this. Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
Still about on the 8th, new arm in out of the Alvernia University bullpen for the Argoats. It's the righty Bryce McGowan.
Making his 30th appearance of the season. He's got good numbers, 2-0 with a 3.30 earned run average. He's got 4 holds, and he's got a save as well. 30 innings pitched, just 23 hits surrendered, 27 strikeouts. He does have 17 walks that he's given up, and he's also given up a couple home runs as well.
So it'll be Leandro Pineda, the first batter that'll face McGowan. He inherits Taylor on first, Ricketts on second, nobody away in the bottom of the 8th. It's a 2-2 ball game as the Fightin' Phils are looking for a late rally to grab the lead back and give themselves a shot at their second win of the week. So Leandro Pineda digs in. Very open stance in the left hand, the batter's box. McGowan fires. Pineda will take it. It's over for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to the lefty. Pineda's 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled back in the 3rd. He's got 6 extra base hits with Redding already. The 0-1. In tight, almost hit him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pineda, who was called up to Reading July the 15th, made his debut that Friday the 19th in Portland. First game out of the All-Star break. Here's the 1-1. Hit high and away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Infield, set to turn 2. Datchers at first is off the bag and back. Lewis is shallow at second, about halfway. Straight up. Shortstop Kent is basically shaded behind the bag. Here's the 2-1. Pineda swings and knuckles it straight back foul. It's 2-2. It's turned into a beautiful evening here in Baseball Town. Crowd on hand for some post-game fireworks. They're looking for some early fireworks. First, Pineda will call time. McGowan comes set, 2 on, no outs. The pitch. That's down, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So it's another 3-ball count. Worked here against a Fightin' Phil's hitter. Runners on base are the responsible of Hardy. Pineda's looking to drive them home. McGowan set again at the belt. The pitch. It's swung on, ground ball first. Chop, Datchers field, throws the second one. Relay to first will not be in time. So it'll be a 3-6 fielder's choice. Taylor's cut off at second. Ricketts up to third. And Pineda's aboard on first for Kendall Simmons.
It turns into at least a productive at-bat for Pineda by hustling down the line and beating it out so that they cannot turn to double play. And so now if you're Kendall Simmons, we'll see how they play this. I would think they're going to be back in the middle and look for a double play to get the inning over with.
It's pretty much double play depth all around.
Yeah.
Middle's halfway, pinched. Burnable is behind the bag at third, and Datchers holds the runner at first. First pitch to Simmons. He'll take it low and away. It's 1-0.
But if you're Kendall Simmons, you're looking for a pitch to drive here. Anything in the outfield, and should be deep enough for Ricketts to be able to score. All 3 outfielders, even Brendan Ward, who plays pretty shallow, still a little deep.
Simmons swings, ground ball. It is by the shortstop, Kent, in the left field, a base hit. Scoring is Ricketts. The Fightin' Phils take the lead. It's 3-2.
A seeing eye base hit for Kendall Simmons. He didn't hit it hard, but he hit it in a perfect spot between that 5 and 6 hole. And in the left field for a base hit, Simmons gets his 27th RBI of the year, and the Phils are back up on top.
So to bring Wilson to the plate, who's 1 for 3 tonight. RBI number 27 of the year for Simmons. And the leadoff hit by pitch comes back to Hartford. Reading, of course, are looking for some insurance now. Here's the pitch. Gets the outside corner. It's 0-1. So Andrew Baker standing on the mound is not throwing. Andrew Schultz is standing behind him. I think that's more as a protector in case a foul ball goes that way. Wilson swings and misses at the 0-1. It's 0-2. So it looks like Andrew Baker is going to have a shot at the ninth. And a shot at his first save of the season. 0-2 the count, Ethan Wilson. 2 on for him, 1 out. McGowan fires. Wilson swings. It'll slice out of play, foul. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Baker did have 1 save with Reading last year. 0-2 the count. McGowan checks, fires. Wilson swings, and it's fouled back again. August the 5th of last year, the save came from Baker. It came at Hartford.
There you go.
Pitched just a third of an inning in that game.
I sense a trend.
Something with the Yard Goats. 0-2 the count. And here's the pitch. That's down. They're going to throw behind the runner at first, and Simmons is back in diving. Datros is off and behind the bag, so he snuck up late.
That's exactly what happens, a timing play. And they almost got him.
Ball and 2 strikes to count to Wilson. Reading's looking to tack on some more here. The pitch, Wilson swings, hits it in the air, right field, lightning strikes. 3-run shot, Ethan Wilson. It's 6-2 Fightin' Phils.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning of this ball game that Ethan Wilson looked really comfortable last night after missing some time. And it rolled right back into today with that double to start it. And he just crushed that thing up on the veranda for the 3-run home run that gives a whole lot more breathing room.
That'll bring Eric Brito to the plate. Digs in from the right side, so a huge home run from Ethan Wilson. First pitch, he swings, line drive, right center field. It is down for a base hit. Ward over to cut it off, holds Brito to first. That's the 3rd straight hit for the Fightin' Phils, and that'll bring Cade Fergus to the plate.
Center fielder, Cade Fergus.
So the line closes on Hardy. Ultimately an inning, a hit, 2 runs, both earned, a walk and no strikeouts. So it's 6-2 Reading, bottom of the 8th. Here is Cade Fergus. First they'll throw over and check on Brito, who's back in. All week long, it's felt like Reading has just been on the verge of having that big hit at that big time. They haven't gotten it. Hartford's gotten the big hits the big times, especially the last 2 nights. But tonight the script turns. Fergus swings and misses. It's 0-1.
Well, that's what we were talking about, that the Phils just haven't strung innings together. They've been living off the solo home runs, which is a tough way to play this game. You need to hit a lot of home runs. But that one, big difference. And let's not forget, the base hit by Kendall Simmons is the one that puts the run across that gets the lead.
0-1 is taken for a ball, 1-1.
But then Ethan Wilson with the icing on the cake to give them a whole lot more margin for error right now.
Of course, now would no longer be a safe situation for Andrew Baker. Brito gets his lead. A ball and a strike, the pitch. That's a bit low and away, 2-1. So Reading sits 3 outs away from evening this series up at 2 apiece. At this point now, just trying to add some gravy on to what's been a great inning. Pitch, and Fergus swings and fouls it back. It's 2-2. So this inning is when Rick gets hit by a pitch. Taylor walked. Hardy left, McGowan entered. Pineda fielder's choice. Simmons a single. Brought home a run. Wilson a 3-run home run. And then Brito a single. It's 6-2. 2-2 the count. Throw over. Brito's back. Cade Fergus tonight's 1 for 3. Single in his last at-bat. The pitch, low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. See if they try and get Brito moving here. He's got speed on the bases. 3 stolen bases already. Huge lead. And there he goes. And won't matter. Pitches down, ball 4. First walk issued. Hartford's bullpen is quiet.
Yep.
But here comes Dan Meyer. We'll see if that gets anyone up. Doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't. Looks pretty quiet down there. I think this is a situation now for McGowan. Look, this is your mess, and you're going to have to get out of it. Andrew Baker just trying to stay warm down there. He had been up. He had been loose. Right, yeah, he's had plenty of time to get loose. He's just trying to stay loose.
So Marcus Lee Sang will be the 8th man to step to the plate this inning. He got the scoring started back in the 1st inning. He had a leadoff home run, which was Reading's first leadoff home run this season. First one since September 2nd of last year, which came from Marcus Lee Sang. I believe that one went into the event center, if I remember correctly.
Which one are we talking about?
The Lee Sang leadoff home run last year.
Yeah, see, I don't remember that.
First pitch to Marcus. He'll take it up 1-0.
Yeah, they all went in the event center last year because, it wasn't finished.
Well, it's finished now.
It is now.
There are spectators out there. The pitch. Lee Sang swings and fouls it. It's 2-0. So runners get their leads off first and second. Plenty of speed. Brito on second, Fergus on first. Neither being held on. They both huge leads. The pitch. Lee Sang swings and it's fouled. Off the 9 behind home plate, it's 1-2. Lee Sang 1 for 4 tonight. Lone hit was that home run. Pitch. He swings, line drive, past the diving Lewis at second, into right center field, a base hit. Brito the green light around third, he'll score. It's an RBI single for Marcus Lee Sang, and that makes it a 7-2 ball game.
Well, the base hits that had eluded this team for the last couple of games have come through here, and they've come here through in bunches. This is really the first time they've bunched hits together since that 3-run inning they had back in game 1 of this series after they had fallen behind early 4-0. They put together a 3-run inning in the 4th inning to help start that comeback, and this one has been quite impressive.
So 1 out still in the inning. Robert Moore is the 9th man to the plate this frame. First pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. That was RBI number 41 for Lee Sang this year. 2nd of the night. And it seems like he's slowly but surely working himself out of that bit of a slump that he was in. More swings, and it's fouled straight back. It's 0-2.
The only drawback of this one is that, assuming the Phils hold on to this, is that Robinson Pena will not get credit for the win because he pitched well enough to get the decision.
Pena sits at 11 wins, which is the most an RFL's pitcher has had since Nick Pivetta in 2016. He's 1 win away from winning 12 for the first time since Austin Hyatt did it in 2011. 0-2. Moore tried to check. They'll appeal. Jared Dewerson, our third base umpire, will say no swing. Ball and 2 strikes to count to Robert Moore. Coming set is McGowan. And Fergus heads to third, and the throw goes into left field. Fergus comes around, he'll score. That makes it an 8-2 ball game.
Cade Fergus just got a great jump on it. And again, probably something that Fulford would have been better off not to even bother, but he airmailed that one into left field, so that's going to end up being a stolen base for Fergus, and then the error on Fulford will allow Fergus to get up and score yet another run. It also allows Marcus Lee Sang, who was not running. It was not a double steal, so Lee Sang moves up on the error as well.
So stolen base number 6 for Fergus, then another error. Moore swings and hits a ground ball towards second. Lewis gobbles it up and throws the first in time. So 4-3 goes to put out. Lee Sang goes to third, so it is a productive out. And Caleb Ricketts, who led off this inning, will now come back up to the plate as the 10th man to the plate. But first, Bobby Meacham will head out, and that is going to be the end of the night for Bryce McGowan. So a rough going for McGowan as Reading has put him a ton on him. We'll step aside here for a moment. Back with the new pitcher after this on the Phillies Radio Network.
Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phil's, two great hometown partners.
Well, it's still the bottom of the 8th inning. Reading's put up 6 in the frame. They have their 10th man set to come to the plate in the inning. And that's going to be the third Yard Goats pitcher of the night, Colin Baumgartner is in.
19th appearance of the season for Baumgartner, second in this series. He's 3-0 with a 2.25 earned run average, 24 innings pitched, 24 innings, 21 hits, 26 strikeouts, and 10 walks.
So Ricketts, 10th man to the plate this inning. This will mark the 9th time that Reading has batted around. It's the 3rd time in the last couple of weeks that 4th time that Reading has batted around in the last couple of weeks. So the offense has had some explosions, which has been great to see. So Ricketts digs in. First pitch to him is taken down for a ball. It's 1-0.
And obviously, it's a big night as well, because now you get this series back to even at 2 games apiece with still 2 to play. Against, again, a Hartford team that's been in contention for both the first and the second half. So they're an upper-level team in your own division.
1-0 is taken down, 2-0. Look, of course, you can have yourself a good weekend. You can find yourself in a good spot.
Yeah, you got to start taking care of business at home. I mean, you did what you needed to do on the road trip, although you would like to take a little more out of New Hampshire, but you didn't take 2 out of 3 against Portland.
2-0. Ricketts swings, hits a fly ball towards shallow left center. Over goes Ward, the center fielder, and he'll make the catch. And that'll retire the side finally for Hartford here in the 8th. So in the inning for Reading, they get 6 runs, and they did it on 4 hits. Hartford did have an error, and they leave just 1 man on base. So we are through 8. We will head to the 9th. It's winning time for the Fightin Phils. We'll be back after this. You're on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network.
Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
Well, we're on to the top half of the 9th inning. Tonight's attendance at FirstEnergy Stadium is 6,374. Thanks to our friends at PSECU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. It's Andrew Baker in for the Fightin' Phils, looking for the final 3 outs and to give Reading the victory.
Seems like he's been in for a while because he was warming up for so long. It's his 15th appearance. He's 1-2 with a 9.77 earned run average, 15 2/3 innings, 21 hits, 21 strikeouts, 15 walks.
First pitch to Vladimir Restituyo is taken up and away for a strike. It's 1-0. So he was warming up, and he was going to come in for the save situation. Right. Of course, that has been totally wiped off the table. Next pitch is a slider for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, just be curious to see how he responds because he's amped up thinking, you know, I'm going to come in a big spot here. I'm going to come in and pick up a chance to pick up a save. And he's still going to get 3 outs, which is not quite as dramatic.
Next pitch, a sinker, a bit in tight to the right-handed hitting Vladimir Restituyo. 6, 7, 8 to up for the Yard Goats here in the frame. It's 8-2 Fightin' Phils, top of the 9th. It was a 6-run bottom of the 8th inning. 2-1 is off speed, and it's spit out 3-1. Baker pitched a couple of times last week against New Hampshire. Last time was in Sunday's game. 3-1, and that's inside ball 4. Close the line on Andrew Walling, inning in a third, 1 hit, no runs, a walk and 0 strikeouts. Robinson Pena, who was excellent once again tonight. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. Had 1 walk and 4 strikeouts, put his season total at 102 for Robinson Pena. First pitch to Kyle Datris, it's over for a called strike, it's 0-1. Of course, there's no action in Reading's bullpen, well, either bullpen for a matter of fact. Here's the 0-1. Thatcher swings, it's fouled back, it's quickly 0-2. Kyle Datris tonight's 0 for 2. Did reach and score via a walk in the 7th. That was the run that tied the game up. Reading quickly made that a forgetful event in this game. Here's the 0-2. That's down with a slider, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Never has been a question about the stuff from Andrew Baker. Fastball that sits in the upper 90s, has touched 100 multiple times. And when it's on, a wicked knockout slider. He's began to incorporate a sinker as well. And the speed variation on the sinker to the fastball 4-seam is pretty much nominal. 1-2, there is that slider. It's a bit tight, 2-2. Baker, who the Phillies took in the 2021 draft. 11th round out of Chipola Junior College, where he originally was going to be a catcher. 2-2, bit up 3-2. Began in 2019, but his coach really saw how hard he threw and said, well, I think you might want to go back to being a pitcher. So that's what Baker did, and it's been a year at Chipola, a year at Auburn in 2020, then back to Chipola in 21, which is where he got drafted out of. 3-2 is swung on and lifted foul to the right side. The count will remain full to Kyle Datris. Restituyo leads off at first. Ground ball would be huge here. 3-2 from Baker. And there it is, ground ball short. Moore has to wait back on it. He'll throw to first. It's in time.
Smart play by Robert Moore, and no play at second, so Restituyo gets there. 6-3 goes to put out, and of course in a 6-run ball game, you just want to get outs at this point.
That's exactly right. That's the right play to make for sure. Just getting outs. That's all you want to do. You don't have to force yourself to try to turn a double play, and just make sure you get an out somewhere.
So that'll bring A.J. Lewis to the plate for the Yard Goats. 1 out of the inning. Restituyo leads off second. A.J. Lewis is 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch to him is that slider. It's a strike 0-1. 83 from Andrew Baker, native of Montgomery, Alabama. 6'1", 190-pound righty. Checks back at second, fires the 0-1. And a fastball at 98 is swung on and fouled back. It's 0-2. Over for a called strike 3. Andrew Baker sneaks a slider in on the inside corner. First strikeout for Baker, 2 outs in the inning, and the last chance tonight for the Yard Goats is Nick Kent.
Shortstop Nick Kent.
Fightin Phillies had a run in the first and a run in the third. Hartford got 1 in the second. Made it 2-1. The Yard Goats tied it up in the top of the 7th at 2. Teams then traded zeros into the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Kent is over for a called strike 0-1. And Reading's offense exploded. 6 runs in the bottom of the 8th. They have themselves just an out away from evening this series up at 2. And having a strong start to the weekend. 0-1 the count to Nick Kent. In from the right side. Off second is Restituyo. He doesn't mean anything. Baker set, fires. That's a 4-seam fastball, a bit down. 1-1, 97 from Baker. $6,374 on hand. Post-game fireworks, they certainly got some early ones too. The 1-1 from Baker. That's swung on and fouled back. It's 1-2. And the Yard Goats are down to their final strike. Reading 8, Hartford 2. Bottom of the order up for Hartford, top of the 9th inning. Andrew Baker looking to complete this victory for the Fightin Phillies. The crowd here at FirstEnergy Stadium rises to its feet. Kent digs in, 0 for 3 tonight. A long look in for Andrew Baker, who will come set at the belt. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Pair of strikeouts and a rather clean 9th inning for Andrew Baker. And the Fightin Phillies capture a 8-2 victory tonight over the Hartford Yard Goats, even up the series at 2 games apiece. Good win tonight for the Fightin Phillies. A resilient and scrappy win for Reading. We even this series at 2, get the weekend off to a very good start. So no runs in this top of the 9th inning for Hartford. They had no hits, no errors, and one more man is left on base. So that'll do it tonight for the ball game. We'll step aside here for a moment. We got the post-game show coming up after this on the Fightin Phillies Radio Network.
Berk's Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berk's County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org. Click Local Coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
It's the post-game show here on the Reading Fightin Phillies Radio Network. My name is Jake Starr. Appreciate you spending your night with us here from America's Classic Ballpark as the Fightin Phils capture a 8-2 win over the Hartford Yard Goats. And it was a game that was pretty much close the entire way. Reading got a run in the first on a Marcus Lee-Sang leadoff home run. They got another run in the third on a Caleb Ricketts home run. And the Yard Goats were able to respond of a couple of runs, scratched across. They tied the game in the top of the 7th inning. But ultimately, Reading then broke through with a 6-run bottom half of the 8th inning. The highlight of which being Ethan Wilson's home run. Ethan Wilson, our player of the game, is currently down on the field being interviewed by our own Bob McCool. That, of course, will be up on our social media pages after tonight's post-game show concludes. So, Reading gets the win here. Robinson Pena was strong again tonight, 6 2/3 innings, 1 earned run allowed. And Pena in tonight's game. And Hartford got 2 runs on 6 hits and errors, 7 men left on base. Reading 8 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 7 left on base as well. Andrew Walling gets the win, he's 1-0. Brendan Hardy, the loss, he's 1-2. There was no save. Time of the game, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Played in front of a crowd of 6,374. So that'll do it for tonight's ball game. We flip the page on to tomorrow night, and it'll be a 6:45 first pitch. It'll be Seth Johnson, a couple of actually team debuts. Seth Johnson makes his debut for Reading, and the lefty Sean Sullivan makes his debut from IA Spokane for the Yard Goats. So that'll do it for tonight's broadcast. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Bob McCool, I'm Jake Starr. Big shout out to Alex Baltazar and our entire crew on the MILB TV and Valley Live side. And Reading wins at 8-2. Talk to you tomorrow night, 6:30 we'll be on the air. Game number 5 between Reading and Hartford. Coming up tomorrow on the Fightin Phillies Radio Network, I'm Jake Starr saying so long and have a great night.